It'll happen someday. She'll forget about you. She'll forget about all your lies for her own slice of truth. I swear I miss you from happy days past, back when I always thought love would always last. Oh, I hope heaven, oh, I hope heaven, oh, I hope heaven finds you.
ago by the city council. Kenta Fulford reached a settlement with the city leadership, which included the agreement to step down from his current position and resume a former rank of lieutenant within the police department. The city council voted unanimously to approve that agreement on Wednesday night. Selma Mayor Johnny Moss III spoke with WAKA News.
Chief Fulford was afforded due process, so we wanted to make sure that he had all the rights that were afforded to him, and we wanted to make sure that the process was fair. And I think it was, and this is a resolution that benefits both sides.
I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. With PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
Hey Biscuits fans, the 2026 season at Davos Park is packed with fun all summer long. Don't miss exciting giveaways, theme nights, and spectacular Max fireworks shows throughout the year. Enjoy weekly favorites like tacos and tallboys on Tuesdays, 334 nights on Wednesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, and family-friendly Sundays with Bark in the Park and Low Crumbs giveaways. Plus, special events, community nights, and more make every game unique. For tickets and more information, visit biscuitsbaseball.com or call the box office at 323-BALL.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the program. Thank God for another beautiful day. Hopefully it'll be a beautiful show. And Montgomery needs a new mayor. And what in the world is going on at the Alabama State House right now? Man, Goat Hill. A lot of action going on. A lot of singing. A lot of voting. And, well, there's a lot happening down there. So I thought, let's kick off the show. Old friend of the show and just a friend in general. We have Craig Monger with 1819 News. He's down there, folks. Craig, how you doing this afternoon?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. I'm actually sequestered in the bathroom because it's very difficult to find a place to talk privately in this building.
So I did see this one, the video that you put out that is a bit of mayhem. It's, I guess, in the gallery overlooking the house, and there's a lot of singing going on. A particular person has just gone completely limp fish on the floor. As the officers were trying to get her, like one guy's trying to pick her up by a belt loop. Then I think I saw Wanda Gavin get involved in between the officer. What in the world is happening, Craig?
Yes, well, I mean, you pretty much summed it up. Up there in the gallery, they had bussed these people in. They'd been bussing a lot of protesters in throughout the week to come here and kind of raise Cain about this very misunderstood legislative process that they're going through. And they started singing and chanting up in the gallery, which overlooks the house. And the house just stopped doing business. They recessed. So I ran upstairs and ended up in the thick of it when Dee Reed, who is with Black Voters Matter, she was the one that you see in the video on the ground. As they were trying to escort her out, She kind of did the Gandhi thing where she went limp. And then, yeah, all of a sudden, some Democratic state representatives, members of the House of Representatives, they end up in the gallery, and they're pushing and shoving and pulling on police, security, and they're trying to get her up. And then it's just everywhere you look, there was chaos. So, but that's what it was. The Democratic members of the House were, I don't want to say directing the chaos, but they were certainly trying.
Well, and let's give the audience a little bit of a taste of this video, just so they get a sense of the singing and what was going on. So you were following, it looks like, one of the officers into the gallery. That's my doppelganger right outside the door.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that's just a little taste for the audience out there.
Catchy.
But it seemed like most folks were chill. It was just like the one leader of this group that was, causing the scene.
Yeah, well, it doesn't come across so well in the video, but one of the things that you can see pretty clearly is people were cursing and shouting, especially at police. There was one there in Minneapolis fellow who was, calling saying a little man to state trooper, a lot of cursing. A second video I put up, it was very aggressive, and it could have easily gone a really, really ugly route, and it looked like it would at several occasions.
Yeah, I'm at the one point here where, let me play this part. This is where I think Gwendolyn Gavin, the state representative, shows up.
So were there arrests made over this, huh?
Man, this is... Wow. And I'm glad it didn't get more heated because it was starting to get a little chaotic there.
Yeah, and it sort of maintained that for 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes after. Not quite that tense, but yeah, you can see in the video, you'll see Representative Gavin coming in along with Representative Mary Moore. They're trying to get Reed off the ground. And then Representative Datcher comes in just trying to break up the melee. I'm actually shocked that nobody actually ended up arrested here.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, and it is surprising, especially stepping in front of officers like when they're in the middle of doing that. And I'm seeing, folks, if you want to go watch this yourself, it is the top headline there at 1819news.com. And it's quite something to behold. And this is, it's around the country this is happening. And I even noticed something you reported on, Craig, that I want to touch on, where House Minority Leader Anthony Daniels, he said this push by the GOP here in Alabama for 7 GOP seats, this is all about race? This is about race?
Yeah, that is essentially what this is about. The fact of the matter is that these congressional districts, they are divided up by population and geography. And when you have a black population, that is the minority population, there's always going to be, they're never going to be as concentrated as, like, say, Democrat representatives wish that they were. So it's essentially a situation where you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have no racial gerrymandering while at the same time having racial gerrymandering for the specific purpose of a portion of the population getting specific representation. So where I think it's perfectly reasonable for a Republican supermajority to be pushing for, say, seven whole seats and 7 Republican seats and 0 Democratic seats in Congress as a political maneuver, the synonymous nature of black and Democrat from certain lawmakers is, I think it's telling, but it also shows that they're sort of pushing for they're pushing for a standard that that they're pushing to use a standard that they simultaneously are objecting to, which is odd.
And here's a quote from House Minority Leader Anthony Daniels from your reporting. My colleagues are attempting to eliminate every congressional district that's represented by a Democrat in the entire state of Alabama. But more importantly, than a Democrat, an African American. See, this is not about electoral politics of D versus R. This is about a community being able to represent their own interest and have the opportunity to elect their person of choice. He went on to say, this is about race. This is not about Republican or Democrat. This is about race, giving the African American community the opportunity to elect their person of choice. Well, I mean, y'all could always become Republicans and maybe run in Republican primaries, which I've seen that threat, and I suppose I would say your terms are acceptable in that regard.
Yeah, that has a threat. I think, oh gosh, I can't remember who said it, but it was in a committee meeting where a Democratic state rep actually made that threat, to which I don't think anyone would really object. I mean, we don't have close primaries anyway, so it's, go for it. But it's the, you could see actually there was a big objection from the leadership, especially the Republican leadership, at the sort of organized nature of this, where the people were being bussed in and sort of encouraged and prodded along by politicians. And I think it's a rhetorical maneuver, and I just don't think it worked out.
So, we've been focusing on the protesting and the characterization of all what's going on, but technically speaking, on the legislature's laws they're passing, what are they set to do today? And I guess, is this like the last day to complete things?
Yes, well, the House is officially adjourned, sine die for the entire session. So the special session is over as far as the House is concerned because they passed their legislation. Now they're just waiting for the Senate to conclude. And so, after they conclude, that's it. If the courts rule in favor of removing the injunction against Alabama's 2023 map when it comes to the congressional district and the state Senate map, if the courts remove those injunctions, then they will call a special election for the affected districts, and they'll hold that at a specific date, and whoever wins the popular vote in that becomes the party nominee for both Republican and Democrat.
And there wouldn't be no runoff. It's just whoever wins even a plurality of the vote.
Correct. And it's one of the things that I feel like haven't been highlighted enough about the bill is that it does remove the potential for a runoff, which is always sketchy when you have, a tight race, especially in Republican races.
Well, great reporting, man. And I know the whole team there from 1819 is down there, and I know you and Caleb Taylor have been quite busy, to put it mildly. So,
oh yes,
great stuff, and look forward to talking to you again soon. Be safe.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Joey.
Again, that's Craig Monger with 1819 News. I wanted to kick off the show that way. We've been
mayhem.
Well, and it used to be, Troy, before you showed up around these parts. Craig had that chair on Fridays.
I know he did.
And so I kind of miss it.
I'm
sometimes.
you know what I miss? I'm honored to sit in it with
I miss the argumentative of Craig.
the argumentative.
The first couple of weeks of Craig being on, which was great. It took some people to get used to him, time to get used to him, and
even more.
Then they love him as much as I do.
Yeah, he's a great dude.
They're good now. Yeah, and I thought that. What do y'all make of that scene?
It's crazy, dude.
I'm surprised.
Come on.
I'm really floored that no one got arrested. To be honest with you, that was the point in time to do it because they were bussed in, they were paid.
Yeah, but that would have made it a bigger spectacle. But I agree.
Good.
Something should have happened. To let them know that's not the best way to go about things.
Right. By the way, it ain't just Alabama.
What?
This is from Tennessee.
What about Mississippi too?
Tennessee.
No, and Florida, of course, already moved in their direction. 4 new Republican seats in Florida. Yep. But Tennessee moved ahead, and this was the reaction from protesters. It being described as a complete meltdown. Let's at least listen in. Somebody blowing a horn? I apologize. Yeah, somebody had an air horn there. And at one point...
this wasn't planned or nothing, huh?
No, it wasn't planned at all. See, doesn't that look like an insurrection right there?
Looks a little bit like it.
Like crowded the places and how crazy the people are going. And I think at one point a guy had printed out a Confederate flag, not like an actual Confederate flag, just a piece of paper that I printed and set it on fire. And
Did anybody have any kind of headrest on, like the buffalo headrest or anything like that?
No, you didn't get any shaman.
There were no shaman there.
Yeah, there's nobody trying to say, well, after my ayahuasca experience, the goddess told me to be here. Like, there's none of that. Like, none of that
then
at
is it
all.
really a insurrection?
Yeah,
then?
when
Is
she
it
wrapped
really?
her warm coils around me, man, you were possessed by a demon.
Anybody,
Succubi.
anybody use the bathroom on a desk?
No, I don't.
I don't think it classifies it as a real deal then.
Right. But, well, did they stay in the rope line?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I got to say no. But
Like
looking
the
at that
velvet
video,
ropes?
Yeah, I got to say they came out of the ropes.
Right. Yeah, I think they did. Well, here, let's get a little more taste of this. Gracious, man. And by the way, as all this is going on, Florida's moved ahead, Tennessee's moved ahead, looks like Alabama's moving ahead, and Steve Marshall was at all places doing an interview with the BBC saying, look, like we think we are right now. This new ruling shows that what we did in 23 is completely constitutional. We are on the right side of that argument. So it's just a matter of how fast will the courts move, and it seems by, as Craig was laying out, the laws passed in this special here in Alabama give plenty of leeway to the governor, Sugar, to actually go about making sure that we can change the date and set it for these particular elections that we have concerns over, especially the congressional elections. But as all that's going on here in the South, and people are yelling race and racism and stuff, the state that used to be, I guess, safely considered Southern, and maybe in historical terms it is Southern.
Virginia.
Man.
My beloved Virginia.
Breaking.
Yeah, buddy.
Breaking news this morning. Virginia Supreme Court throws out new congressional map pushed by Democrats. Democrats lose 4 seats after the voter referendum was tossed out.
4-3 vote. It was close.
Wow.
My sister, I've got a lot of family up there. And it's beautiful up there. But,
Boy, it's beautiful. The problem is, and I lived there in Winchester, the Shenandoah Valley's gorgeous over towards Williamsburg and the coast. You get up towards D.C., it just, all the liberals have pushed out of the Beltway, down out of Maryland, out of West Virginia in that area. Believe it or not, they're in eastern West Virginia. You've got all government workers. It's all government. And so you can imagine the type of people you get.
Yep.
So.
And so Gavin Newsom is really mad about this.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Man.
he put this out on X.
Poor for him.
No vote in Tennessee, +1 GOP. No vote in Florida, +4 GOP. No vote in Missouri. I don't think that's how he said it, though.
Missouri.
No, how he said it.
Oh, no.
Missouri.
With the lisp,
exactly.
With the lisp, and he crossed his legs.
Missouri. No vote in Missouri. +1 GOP. No vote in North Carolina. What is it? North Kakalaki?
North Kakalaki.
Kakalaki?
South Kakalaki, so North
Kakalaki?
Kakalaki.
Yeah. Yeah, no vote in North Carolina, +2 GOP. No vote in Texas, +5 GOP. Virginia's voter approved maps thrown out. MAGA has rigged the system.
How's it feel? Hey, how's that feel? How about them apples?
Yeah.
Does that
You like
feel
apples?
Did we rig the Virginia Supreme Court all of a sudden?
No.
I don't think so.
Well, Democrats had a very good night in the recent election.
They did, but the Supreme Court. I mean, the Supreme Court in Virginia. Thank goodness, it's a lifetime appointment, and they've got some conservatives on their court still.
And just to echo myself from earlier this week, you know what we should be doing, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat?
Pray.
You should be well, yes, you should be praying.
You better be praying.
Yeah, that's the true battle. The spiritual warfare is the true
I
battle.
concur.
But if once you pray in the morning, and maybe you pray again, and then in the afternoon, you just pray all the time.
That's right.
And you get to your political thinking.
Yes.
You're like, you know what you should do if you are in politics? You should try to win. And so if Republicans win or are trying to win, it's not necessarily some deep depraved evil. And if Democrats are trying to win, it's not, again, some necessarily deep depraved evil. Now, both sides could say, yeah, but the effect of them getting in power will be some deep depraved evil. Perhaps. Right. And that's what we're supposed to argue over. But your role as a political institution, as a political party, is to win.
Absolutely.
Not to let the other guys have kind of like, it's like the mercy rule for like Little League. It's like, no, if you suck, you're going to lose by 20 runs.
21.
There is no run rule in
21.
life.
I've been on that more than one time.
Wait.
21.
It's 21?
It's 21. It ain't 20.
It's 21. Well, 20 is humiliating, but
21.
We'll stop the beating at 21.
By then, the other team was a little bit tired, so they're not hitting them quite over the fence so much, so it's just embarrassing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I'm saying if you're that bad, you got to lose by 30.
Oh, it's a lesson.
Well, I was just saying, life doesn't offer a run rule exception for anything you do. So you just going to take the beating.
That's it.
Yeah. So interesting day in American politics. And just seeing this dynamic, that Supreme Court ruling, truly a seismic shift.
Yes, it is.
And you could feel the tremors last year. You could feel it being set up.
Yep.
And now see it happen. It's interesting to see the protesting strategy, though. Like, it doesn't have the same. Before, I used to, like, and maybe it's me being a livid heart, but, like, I'd see these protests and all the raising Cain, and I'd be like, oh, no, can't we just get along in our society? And, oh, no, this is going to just cause more mayhem and stuff. And, oh, no, and this is what you get for doing things. Like, people are going to react, and just the chaos. We don't need the chaos. And now I'm like, you children. That's my reaction. You're a bunch of children.
I think you're right, but I think it's very important that on these real visible fights on the certain states right now with the redistricting, there's a lot of paid actors in these crowds to incite, to cause trouble.
Hold on, Eddie's writing me a note.
Okay. I was just keeping from saying it out loud.
Oh, I could say it. See, honestly, from over here, I thought you were writing something about Jesus. He was not writing something about Jesus.
I didn't think he was.
I saw the J. I saw what looked like a U, and instead it's a Y. And instead, what Eddie has written is Joey's balls have dropped. All right, here, let me check.
It's about time. About time.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the temperature outside.
That's a constant with every man.
Right.
That's exactly right.
Thank you for that note in class, Eddie.
No
I appreciate
Lord.
that. That's very nice of you.
But I'm just saying, Joey, I'm glad to hear you say it because, look, it is it's very disturbing when you see the behavior of people when they're not getting their way. And the problem is the media is no longer as effective at telling the narrative.
Right.
Right? I mean,
right. Oh, exactly.
So where do they go? Now they got to have outbursts. Now they got to have incidents and say my name, say his name, say his name.
Yeah, and you got to wonder what's the next rung they go to. What, like, how much lower do they go? Oh, and I've been saying that we are in the death throes of liberal boomerdom, and like when say a dog's been hit by a car, it's a very dangerous moment to go up to that dog.
That's right.
Like any sort of animal, like it depends on the dog.
You got no pistol?
Hey. Yeah, well, I guess yours dropped a long time ago.
On it and just shoot it.
Thank you. Hey, thank you. Packing everywhere I go.
We already got one guy says AKV all the time on this show. I don't need you talking about shooting dogs in the street.
Can I get a little respect over this? I have not said AKV.
You haven't. I know you haven't.
My wife is
I've been missing it.
She goes, use it sparingly, but
I've been missing it.
We need some ass-kicking violence is what we need.
Thank you.
Now, man.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, goodness. I'm glad you guys noticed that because I'm like, bite my tongue. What are you thinking, Troy? I'm agreeing with you.
It's all the time. It's all. You're with the Glorious Bastards.
Show me a single problem that you have that cannot be conquered by ass-kicking violence on the objective. Now, there may be fallout from it.
Yeah,
we fall out. Right.
Well, and, it's always good to take a breath and be like, actually, I'm friends with this person.
I have been working on that, Joey. I've been working on that.
But, the scene in Glorious Bastards where it's Hugo Stiglitz who is, like, sharpening his knife.
Yeah.
And, like, are you calm? And he's sitting there just, like, thinking about just mayhem and murder. He goes, don't I look calm? Yeah. Like, and it's just like,
of course I am.
Got a good mantra going.
Anyway. You got to wonder what's the next move, because if we are in the death throes of the old, say, system that was dominant in the 20th century, and that system is not just Republican Democrats, it is the media, it is also, I think, the university system to a large degree.
The education system is a big deal.
A lot of shine.
Do you think it's a tipping point for something much bigger?
Yes. Now, I don't mean it necessarily will be better, because that's a big mistake. You think, like, I'm free, baby. And you're like,
there's just other rules that are going to come into play.
And you start to realize, how I used to be so used to not being free in that way. Can't we go back to the old ways?
Exactly.
I was talking with some pretty bright people, which is rare for me to hang out with bright people other than you guys. And where they said that you start at for the system, and one guy was a judge, the other guy was just friends from the cigar store, and their opinion was you got to start with the education system.
Oh, no doubt.
You've got to get down there and reprogram
No doubt, 100%.
and wash them. And you think about that. That's a Herculean task.
Well, not only that, I think about the education system that I grew up in, which I know I'm an old man now at this point, but DOD schools were so much better.
Of course they were.
So much better. And I won't... I don't know if it's just the teachers or what, but DOD schools were...
Of course they were.
A lot less distraction. They didn't put up with much to begin with. But
most of the parents are military.
Yeah.
So if there's a problem, mom and dad's going to take it out
exactly.
on them too. So,
exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I agree we got to get down to the education. And then I see the education, and I'm so disappointed. You go get change back somewhere, guys.
No, and the stuff, though, that's also freaking me out about this change, the sea change, is... What I was bringing up with Gary Palmer yesterday of the AI. It's more and more. I use it, and it's an incredible tool when you use it. And then you start to see, though, how other people are using it, and you start to see how, like, if somebody really had nefarious goals in mind, how powerful. Like, I like to make music and write.
Some of us like to dance.
It's
Joey. Some of us like to dance.
Yeah. Did you see Eddie's AI video?
No.
What dance was that?
Please show
That's
me.
the Crip Walk, brother.
Yeah, it's the Crip Walk.
Okay.
Yes. And apparently he tried to learn it himself.
Almost broken ankle.
Yeah, or something like that.
Is this on your little trip?
No, this was yesterday at Lowe's.
Okay, that's a great place to practice.
So you were
dance
just standing there? You didn't have to do much at all?
No, honestly, Hannah called me and she said, "Hey, take a picture of yourself, but I need to see your legs and all." So at Lowe's, I put the thing on the ladder. People were walking by, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm taking a selfie." I felt like, anyway, I sent it out, and it was pretty good. I got to say, it was pretty good. Let me see if I can find it, if I can get it pulled up.
Yeah. So like I'll use it to spin up music real quick and. Like,
that's pretty good.
Thank you.
That's pretty good.
I love using the AI to like after I write something to like have it read it back as I edit.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Like
proofing.
And and just kind of bouncing back ideas. Never let it write for you, folks. And then you like to make it look like you can dance.
I can dance.
You can?
I can.
How's those line dancing lessons going?
We never left the Mexican restaurant in time last night to make it to the line.
Oh no!
But we made big plans for next week.
Yeah, he's been doing that with the ladies.
I could see that. I thought he was going to do like the Macarena from Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
I'm learning that. It's still baby steps. Right?
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Anyway. But then you got to wonder, what if somebody is, say, like the Chinese government? Or maybe somebody's like the Joker. They just want to watch the world burn.
Chaos.
Yes.
Well,
there's people like that.
Oh, there's a lot of people like that. A lot of people
I would prefer people like Bane. I'm here to borrow time you've all been living on.
The story of him climbing out of that prison.
Listen, you know what the best part is? After Batman does get out, he goes, "Did you think I couldn't get out?" He goes, "I never got out. Remember, Bane had to be broken out of the prison.
Oh, that's right.
He didn't climb out. Batman did." And I think that's kind of a cool story. He goes, "But I never climbed out." A lot of morals in that movie.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. It was back when Christopher Nolan was doing good things. And by the way, my first view of the Odyssey trailer, I'm like, this could be good. Yeah. And then I'm like checking it out more, and I'm like, oh no, this might not be good.
I saw a good trailer for it the other day.
Yeah, the trailer. But then there are a lot of nerds who really like the old, and they were pointing out all the problems with the person that Nolan chose to do, what translation he chose. It's very modernized.
Right.
And it's like, and then people were also going like, Nolan was supposed to direct, remember the movie Troy?
Yeah.
And that's still, I think, a pretty great epic movie. And it's just this beautiful, like the colors pop.
Cinematography is
huge. And they said if Nolan had done that movie, it would have been that like gray sepia tone.
Dark, yeah.
And that's what he's done with this trailer of the Odyssey. Instead of like what could have been accurate, historical, accurate bronze armor and just beautiful popping Mediterranean seas.
He goes for a very
scenes.
dark kind of look.
Yeah, it's always kind of dark and drab.
What I've seen of it, I like. Got me interested.
So, I mean, you're going to go watch it? It comes out this July, I think.
I'll watch it, but I'll watch it at home.
Oh, you still doing that thing?
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
What's that thing?
Yeah, you probably shouldn't talk about it publicly.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That thing.
We got to hit this break. We'll be right back after this. 272-9228. That's 334-272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, But whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
For many homeowners, there's untapped reserves hiding in plain sight. It's not in the savings account. It's not in the stock market. It's right under your roof. Now more than ever, homeowners are sitting on record levels of home equity, and that equity belongs to you. It can be used to consolidate high-interest credit card debt, to pay expensive school tuition, to cover medical expenses, to invest in renovations, you name it, because that money is yours. This isn't about taking on unnecessary debt. It's about using an asset you already own to improve your financial position and your quality of life. The key is understanding your options and choosing the strategy that fits your goals. Let's see what's possible with the equity in your home. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm Bill. You called about some breakers tripping?
Oh, yes, Bill. My brother-in-law says you can do almost anything.
That's me. Not much I hadn't seen.
Do you really want someone who does almost anything in your electric box? Think about that, because each year thousands of home fires are caused by faulty wiring. That's why you want a professional, like the electricians at Crosby Electric.
Bill, how's it going? Bill, ooh, are you okay?
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't really need my eyebrows anyway.
At Crosby Electric, all technicians undergo rigorous safety training, as well as background checks, drug testing, and continuing education.
Bill, you think maybe I should call a real electrician?
No, these little slip-ups happen. Everybody does it.
Really?
No, not really. When you need professional electric work, or you just like someone to assess your home for safety, call the experts at Crosby Electric, 272-2085, or visit us at crosbyelectric.com.
You want your floors to scream new, fresh, and stylish. But if yours are groaning, tired, old, and outdated, you're in luck. Because at Prattville Carpet, you can revitalize your floors while you save on the best brands available with perfect and professional installation and Prattville's unbeatable lifetime warranty.
Hi, I'm Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. If you're looking for carpet, hardwood, laminate, vinyl plank, or ceramic tile, call us today for your free measurement.
Start shopping for your floors right now at PrattvilleCarpet.com.
Prattville Carpet, we're more than just carpet.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a prospector.
That's right, man. I'm prospecting for gold. You dig?
No, but it looks like you do.
And you know the first thing I'm going to do when I strike it rich?
What's that?
I'm going to hire David Ernest to be my money man.
You mean everyone's favorite asset preservationist?
That is correct, man. I'm going to call him up at 833-596-7233. 833-596-SAFE.
You know, I've heard a lot of the good things about David Ernest.
You know, he's the best money man around with over 40 years of experience.
Experience is necessary, especially when you're digging for gold.
That's right, man.
And I can see that you don't have very much experience.
What do you mean, man?
Well, you have the little plastic bucket and shovel like a kid would take to the beach.
Yeah, man. Well, I want to start out small and then kind of pace myself up until I strike it rich.
Well, maybe you should call David Ernest first.
You think he's got a shovel?
Never know till you ask.
I dig, man.
E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free. E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free.
At E-Bike Oasis, we're more than just Montgomery's best electric bicycle store. E-Bike Oasis offers free 1-hour electric bicycle rentals and a full-service electric bike repair shop. Stop by E-Bike Oasis in Montgomery today for free rentals, repairs, and electric bicycle brands in town.
2026 marks 60 years that hope has had a home in Alabama. At the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, children who've lost everything through no fault of their own have found something priceless. A safe place to live, a loving Christian family, and the chance to simply be kids again. Here, boys and girls grow up surrounded by care, guidance, and faith, learning right from wrong, learning responsibility, learning they are valued and that their lives have purpose. As the Alabama sheriffs have believed for 6 decades, it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women. These former ranchers are now teachers, parents, business owners, and leaders, living proof that love, structure, and faith can change a life forever. As the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches celebrate 60 years of serving Alabama's children, you can help ensure the next child has the same chance. Learn how you can make a difference at alabamasheriffsyouthranches.org. 60 years of building lives, and we're just getting started.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Clark Heating, Air, and Plumbing. It's time to schedule your spring tune-up with Clark Heating, Air, and Plumbing. Don't wait. Schedule today. Give them a call at 334-277-2125. Alabama certification number 88007.
Rich Thomas Weather.
If you have weekend plans, be flexible, but not a big deal. There'll be some raindrops at times, but not all the time. Today will be a cooler day, but not bad. Mostly cloudy with a high temperature up to about 74. I think we're dry through the evening hours tonight if you have plans, but the risk of showers and thunderstorms becoming likely in the overnight hours late tonight and part of the day on Saturday. Saturday's high temperature up to about 77. Then another surge when showers and thunderstorms become likely again on Mother's Day Sunday with a high temperature up to about 81. Back to mostly sunny Monday and Tuesday, 77 both days. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Big dreams for your home on a tight budget? ASE's $26.26 as you covered. Unlock your home's equity with just $26 in closing costs. No fees, no headaches. Visit your local ASE branch today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 420259.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
To the program. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader and Troy Carrico here in the studio with me. And looks like we have a phone call. Oh, yeah, from James. Let's go to James. Hey, James, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going, sir?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I was wanted to catch it particularly on a day that Troy was there to ask about the composition of the ones, I guess you'd call them the mullahs that are controlling Iran. And are they based basically in Iran, or are they from another country that has kind of taken Iran over?
That's a good question. That's a great question. Yeah. Here's what I know. So Karbala is the holy city there in Iran. It's the center of the primary Shia monastic kind of theology. It's where their university's at, where they train most of their higher end mullahs. And yes, there is a greater consortium of them worldwide. The Shia, though, only make up a small portion of the total Islamic population. I think it's less than 20%. So the thing about it is they're very vocal, vociferous, and active. They are much more adherents to their religion, their sect of the religion, than the Sunnis are. They're much more passionate and dedicated. So what I think I'm trying to say, James, is this. Yes, there is a network outside of Iran, but it's primarily inside Iran where you have these mullahs. And I'm going to be honest with you, from all I can see, Joey, it looks like that they have been basically stepped down a little bit by the IRGC and the forces that are trying to move away from that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens after all this shakes down. And I think we've talked about this before, James. My concerns are you're going to have just a plethora of Sunni or Shia terrorist acts probably in the wake of all this. So
is the percentage of them too large for the other inhabitants, I guess you'd say, the good guys to take it over?
No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, not at all. In fact, of the 20% worldwide that are Shia, only about 11% in Iran are. It's a very, very, very diverse country because it's kind of ancient, as you know, through Persia. But you've got Zoroastrianism, you've got Balukis, you've got Coptics, you've got all these different groups of people there, and including Sunnis too. But so no, the answer is they could definitely be overthrown if the people rose up. They would be outnumbered greatly. Yes.
Fantastic. Well, thank y'all so much.
Thank you, James. Great hearing your voice, man.
Thanks, James.
Good to have you.
272-9228. I guess we got more like yard work going on right outside.
They're outside blowing the pine straw, Joey.
The beds again.
That are like
they found two
after
more
that
missing socks.
Gully washer, like there's nothing there.
Nothing.
Literally nothing there.
And the parking lot looks good.
We did not get nearly as much rain as you all did up this way.
We got about 4 inches with the lake.
We got about maybe 2 inches, I think. Yeah.
Well, I peeked into the room where there's still the hole.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that blue tarp's
like a torture chamber? You just go in there now, Joey?
No, I just peek in there. I'm like, let's close this back. And I literally have towels underneath the bottom of the door just to keep them shut.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
You remember back in the day when you would tape up a room if they were, what was that poison that was going around, that white powder?
Anthrax.
Yeah. You might want to anthrax-proof that room from the rest of the house for now. Mm-hmm. Just get some tape, a little bit of plastic.
We did have a guy come by to spray it to where wasps won't want to go there.
Thank goodness.
That's
it's only going to last for a little while.
I was going to say, though, but Joey, it's you. Those wasps are coming back.
No, after I got out of the shower and was completely naked, and all of a sudden I get buzzed in my bedroom by a wasp.
You know why? You had intimidated him. Had you had a towel on, he probably wouldn't have attacked you. But since you're naked, you intimidated him.
Well, I appreciate that, but that's part of the show that we're telling lies. 272-9228. That's 334-272-9228. Let's go to line 1. You're on there. Who's this?
Hey, it's Has Been.
Hey, Has Been Hater.
You know, all this pearl clutching and huffing and puffing over the districts, and the Democrats acting like they have the moral high ground here is just so laughable. You know, there's 9 Northeast states that have up to 38% of the population are registered Republicans, and there are no U.S. congressional seats held by Republicans in those states.
Yep.
And you know damn good and well, if the good old Alabama Democratic Party was in charge, like they were for centuries in Alabama, they'd be stuffing this down our throats too. So, throwing the race card in there is just like a last desperate, well, let's throw that in. That always works. We'll try that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And I think the problem is they've been going to use that particular bank account of race for a long time, and now they've overdrafted.
Yeah. And I mean, you want to win elections in Alabama? Walk away from the plantation party, join the Republicans,
Amen.
And you'll win elections.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good day, guys.
You do.
Thanks, buddy.
And by the way, I think there is a lane for folks. Like, I'm not trying to give ideas to opposition, but, we're around some really conservative folks. But you know how many folks in this state probably would be for, like, gambling and stuff?
Oh, yeah. More than anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
well,
a little bit.
Them say they're against it, but these are the same guns that
go buy lottery tickets in Georgia.
Yeah, their third number in their phones are bookies.
Right. So, I mean, who knows what's going to happen when Tuberville first gets in there with that whole issue.
And we know that he was kind of wanting them to get a bill on that. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see. But there's a lot of room, especially on the healthcare issue. I mean, Alabama does need to continue to improve, in particular, the rural healthcare and access.
Yes,
there's a lot of different issues that you can focus on and gain a lot of traction, especially in local elections, state Senate and state House elections. And there are a lot of folks that will vote for you. It's just a matter of, well, we'll see. I'll put it this way, and I've said it before, and I'm not trying to be morbid or rude, but Joe Reed, the elder,
yes,
Joe Reed has been running essentially the Democratic Party here in the state for a long, 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 long time. And it's going to be interesting when he passes that who will be the succession. What will be that succession story? Will it go to somebody with the same last name, or will it go to somebody else? And I think that is going to be a huge story in Alabama politics when that comes to pass. It may not be as loud in the headlines as I might wish, but I think it is something that is very apparent and we're right on the precipice of that. You're going to have a power vacuum, essentially, in the Democratic Party here, in particular with black Democrats. And I think you're going to see an interesting fight to who wants to be king of the hill of that party here in Alabama. And perhaps that would be a healthy thing for not just Democrats, but everybody in the state.
I agree.
Perhaps. Now, it's too far away and too crazy to actually know exactly how it'll shake out. But that's coming. And the changes, well, they continue. Sometimes time just does its work on everything.
I was going to say, the time takes its course, so we'll see.
272-9228. Who's this?
We Tonka Jeff.
Hey, with Tonka Jeff. How you doing?
Hey, good morning. How y'all doing today?
Good.
Pretty good.
Hey, I sent you a letter email that I would like, if y'all can read it, it's clean, and it expresses a real good thing about the politics.
Where'd you send it?
To your email.
Which one?
Joey Clark at...
Joey Clark Live at Gmail?
Yeah, the one you gave me.
When did you send it?
This morning.
Well, I'm checking. I don't see it there for some reason. I'm looking at it now. I'm refreshing it. Well, send it again. And it's joeyclarklive@gmail.com.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll send it again.
All right,
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Yeah, 272. I was checking. I'm not lying.
Liar. I seen you over there looking at a magazine.
I'm not looking at a magazine. When is this, the 90s? Am I watching American
When
Pie
was the last
again?
magazine you picked up?
Big Jugs. Big Jugs.
Yeah.
Big Jugs.
Biggins.
Big Jugs.
I
Is
started
that
this
candy
week
cantaloupe?
talking about I work in a world of unclean lips, and you're sitting here talking about Big Jugs.
Yeah, dude, it's a Milker's magazine.
It's yes, it is
for dairy farmers.
Thank you.
Right, it is. Yeah, I saw some cows last night. Yeah, no, seriously, when I stopped by that fella's place across the street, a bunch of cows, and they're all like literally looking at me like,
checking you out, weren't they?
I'm like, man,
there's a city boy amongst us.
I was like, the cows know. The cows are more aware of things.
They're quite aware of things.
You didn't think about going and tipping you up?
No, man, that's like one of the dumbest things. Like, don't mess with the cows.
Not a
What
good
about
idea.
snipe hunt? You want to go snipe hunt?
I have a I just came back. When I was little, we went camping somewhere. I can't even remember where.
So you do like camping?
Family used to do camping trips.
He's a camper.
And it was some family friends like property. I was little, so I don't remember exactly where it was, but in the county surrounding area. And one morning, we're all in the tent as a family, and you hear this like rustling, and like my dad grabs me real quick because like literally cows are walking around the tent and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want my son's head crushed on just because of a stupid cow that accidentally stepped in the wrong spot.
Well, and actually, that's what a cow will do in a minute.
Oh yeah, easy,
they don't know.
easy.
Yeah. I hear your rocket car out there, buddy.
Yeah, a rocket car.
I could go out and solve this problem in 1 minute.
I know he could.
Yes,
I did
1 minute or
the
less.
I did the
before,
last time.
1 minute or
I
less.
did the last time.
What are they even blowing? This
Dirt.
is
money.
Dirt.
It is.
Yeah,
Everybody's car
gasoline.
is a little bit dirtier now than it was a while ago.
Yeah, I'm just like at this point I'm not even mad. I'm like just wondering what is this?
Sounds
There's
like
nothing
angry
but
mornings.
landscape cloth out there. So, yeah.
Anyway, we got to hit this break. We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
For more than 50 years, the Tears family's been keeping the river region flowing with Roto-Rooter. From drain cleaning to septic repair and installation, no job's too big or too messy with a local team you can trust. So when water won't go where it's supposed to, call the hometown experts who've been serving Montgomery for over half a century. That's 272-7130. Or visit roto-rooteralabama.com. And remember,
call Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Don't miss the River Region Healthy Living Expo happening Thursday, May 14th from 10 to 2 at the Shops at East Chase. From senior health to total wellness, it's all here and admission is free. Learn more in the Check It Out section at WAKA.com.
Hey, this is Lyle from Margaret's Exquisite Jewelry, and I do my radio advertising on Blue Water. I'll tell you what, I use most of the stations, and I've been using it for so long. It's hard to tell with the money you spend on advertising if it does any good. When they come in and say, I heard you on the radio, I know it's Blue Water, and I love Blue Water.
Blue Water Broadcasting is the #1 most listened to radio group in the River Region. Find out how to put this reach to work for your business. Call us to find out how we can help. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. We got Eddie here in the studio. We got Troy Carrico here in the studio. And before I go to Sammy on the phone, this is part of the program brought to you by Invista Advisors. Normally we get Austin Branco on the phone, but I think he's tied up. He's busy right now, which I always love hearing about a sponsor that's busy.
Heck
but they're at Invista Advisors. Of course, they can help you with your stocks, with your investments and strategies. Depending on where you are in life, there can be all sorts of different ways you might want to be, say certain risk levels, thresholds that you might have, depending on where you are and what you want to do. But of course, they do more than just investments. They also provide financial planning, financial services for pretty much anything you can think of.
Think about
you
buying a business,
Yeah.
Think about selling a business.
Absolutely. Or you mentioned it to Austin the other day. Somebody who's trying to get, it's a widow.
That's right.
And is trying to get the last affairs in order. Yeah.
Kind of unfortunate situation, but I'm glad that I was able to lead her to the right direction because, and not to be funny, but a lot of women of older generation, they're not in tune with exactly what's going on with the financials. Yeah. So it's great to know they got a place they can turn to, or someone I can trust.
Could be you just starting out with the family, and you're now thinking about that kid that's on the way, and you're like, I need life insurance. I need a plan for them, whether they're going to go to college or go to trade school or whatever they're going to do in life. How am I going to take care of them? Or, it could be, as you said earlier, your money's tied up in a small business or a nonprofit or something. They can help you across the board there at Invista Advisors. So just call them up, start the conversation today at 387-0094. That's 387-0094. And be sure to tell them that Joey, that fellow on the radio, sent you. Sam. Hey, Sam. How are you doing?
Sam?
Gentlemen, thank you for taking my call. I'm so excited. I heard y'all talking about lactation and udders. I got to call in and get in on this conversation.
When's the last magazine you picked up?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, Men's Magazine?
Farmer's Almanac.
Just magazine.
Magazine. Okay. Yesterday, the New Yorker. My dad takes that, and we still take time. And there's a couple other, we get, of course, Farm Press and Peanut Grower and all that. But it was the New Yorker yesterday. There's an article in there, and I got it set aside. A couple of guys, their opinion on what's going on over in Iran. Yeah, man, I try to, integrate. Oh, it gets hard to read. Have you noticed that, Joey? As your age picks up, you may still be.
I'm getting better at reading.
Just need a better pair of glasses, Sam.
I haven't hit that down slide yet.
What's in the peanut farmer?
Yeah, I was about to say Peanut Grower. What's the latest in the Peanut Grower?
Who advertises in that?
It was a great episode.
Peanut Farmers. Peanut Grower is written by a man who farms peanuts. It is a good story.
Is the center spread like peanut butter?
Crunchy.
Hey, man, I know.
Natural.
But
cashew butter this month. Yeah.
Wrong magazine.
It's an excellent source for what's going on.
That's funny.
That's it. Written by a man, and it is produced by a man who is a peanut farmer.
Sam, you'll get a kick out of this. When I was a terminal manager at UPS, Freight, we had a Granger rep. Granger can get you anything.
You gonna pay?
And I had a new one. I had a new rep come in. He was young.
Oh, you
and
working?
my regular rep goes, I'm sending him out for training. Just go on and deal with it.
Working, baby.
And he comes in. He goes, I can get you anything. I go, really? Can you get me anything? How about a peanut seeds? He goes, I'm sure it's in here. He looked at the book, comes back, he goes, that's not funny. There are no peanuts.
Oh, no, guys, because when I was at Sikorsky Aircraft, I started in food supply and worked my way out. But the Granger catalog.
Yeah,
they really was, man. It was like ordering. It reminded me of the old Sears catalog.
Oh, it was great. Yeah. It's great. And listen, my rep would bring me gifts, Sam. He gave me this really cool box cutter that was ceramic that supposedly wouldn't cut you.
Yeah.
So we're talking there, Sam, and I'm just kind of rubbing it on my arms and stuff. Well, then I meet my wife for lunch at the Mexican restaurant there, El Amigo, and she goes, what's wrong with your arms? They're bleeding. And I had a VA appointment with my psychiatrist right after lunch, and I'm going to go, oh, God, he's going to think I'm a cutter, Joey. He's going to think I'm a cutter.
We got a cutter amongst us here.
Well, join the club.
So, you know what, Granger, you got to be careful with those guys. They'll get you in trouble.
Get anything you want, though. Anything.
Ceramic razor blade and super glue.
That's right, man.
Why did I? Oh, got a couple things. If I got a moment. Joey, you might remember me. I mentioned a while back in my pursuit to try to be able to read more. I found a thing called the book, and it had it was basically great illustrations and whatnot. It's supposed to be information on how to restart civilization.
Okay.
Yeah, like $100 book. Well, I went by the library here in Troy. Troy's got a classy library. Don't tell anybody. And they tried to borrow it from Atlanta, and the son of guns wouldn't send it over. Oh, there's too much book theft, and they gave them excuses. But if I want to see it, I gotta order it off Amazon for $100 or go over to Atlanta and check it out. Just why I thought that was funny, I don't know. All right, let's skip that. Hey.
Okay, we've already edited it.
We've moved on.
Yep.
Yeah,
we'll cut that in post.
That's a little deep in the weeds. What was it? 4, 5, 6 years ago? I forget how many years ago. The last time our Alabama Democratic Party had them a little get together. I've mentioned this several times. They got together in Birmingham, and they were going to work on the party and set the agenda and get them a vision and a direction. And they had rented a tiny little room, like the back of a gas station, and Joe Reed and his contingent with it, but nothing got done. The news was there, Channel 12 News, and they were showing it. And anytime any subject that came up, it was just yelling. That's what I got from it. I saw that. It just nothing got accomplished, and there was a lot of racket. And so that was, I'm trying to remember. That was at least 5 years ago or so. But anyway, that's come up when Joe passed away. It was going to be, was what you expect, what we're seeing in Iran. How about that? Going to be a lot of racket, noise, confusion, and we don't know who's in charge.
It could end up for the better.
Yeah, I always hope for the best.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's it. I hope I didn't end on a bad note.
No, you didn't.
All good, brother.
Appreciate you.
Hey, thank y'all for the show. All
Thank you, brother.
Let's go to Woody real quick. Hey, Woody.
Got some questions about some peanut seeds for Troy. You there?
Yeah, this is Eddie though, not Woody.
Eddie.
Yeah, Troy.
Yes, sir.
I met you whenever we was all down at the Capitol about the damn VA mess.
Yes, I remember you. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fine, but I'm down here in Dothan, around Dothan.
You're right. I remember that. I remember you were in Dothan. Yep.
You need some peanut seeds?
No, I don't need any peanuts.
You sure? Oh, man, that's what you said.
No, I was joking with the guy, trying to make him look silly. I know you all the peanut people. My brother lives in Rehoboth down there. I know all about that area.
You told me that.
Yeah.
You told me that.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to tell you. If I could get up with him, I'd get you some peanut seeds.
Okay, brother.
I was raised in the peanut patch.
You know what? It's always good that I can count on another veteran to take care of me.
There you go.
Good talking to you, man.
Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Glad you're listening.
See you, Eddie.
Yeah, we got to hit this top of the hour break. Second hour on a Friday coming up.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. On Wall Street, the stocks indicating a mixture of sentiments as they have all week. Right now, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is down about 19 points, but the high-tech NASDAQ is really thriving. At this hour, it's up by just a little over 600 as tensions continue, yet hope prevails in the Middle East. Most people anticipating an end soon, one way or the other, to the war in Iran, and the Strait of Hormuz could reopen soon, or so people are hoping. Also at srnnews.com, a big victory for Republicans today in the state of Virginia. That's where the state Supreme Court has overturned the recent Democrat victory when it comes to redistricting the state.
Think Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. Look us up on Facebook or give us a call at 334-368-6358. And let us show you who you have on your sign matters.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Second hour of the program on a Friday. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Thank God again for a beautiful day. So far, it has been a beautiful show, and, well, Montgomery needs a new mayor. Eddie Bader here in the studio, as is Troy Carrico with his shades on.
No, these are not shades. These are the UV blue light thing, because we have such wonderful lighting in the studio.
Yeah, we do.
And my eyes are always like strained when I come out of here because of all the fluorescence. So these are these go clear in the day.
I like those.
They go clear in the day, and then they try.
Yeah,
they help. They help.
Eddie, do
when
you
I'm looking
still
at
have
the
your
screen.
color changing spectacles?
Yes, I do. I keep them in the car when I need them most while driving.
Oh, I like these a lot.
Well, they work good. So I'll send you the link on Amazon.
Yeah, you should definitely get those.
They just help your eyes, man.
Yeah, totally help your eyes. Help you with the sexiness, too.
My sister-in-law, if you're listening, Kim, says, "Why do you wear sunglasses on this show?" I go, I used
cool.
to have these yellow ones, but I broke them.
Dude, when you're cool as you, the sun's always shining.
It's okay. Shine don't make more.
Let's go to Dr. Ken. Hey, Dr. Ken, how are you?
I'm well, Joey. Thanks. Sounds like you three guys are.
Yes, sir.
We're outstanding.
I was glad to hear you recalled your second line of giving your returning thanks for the great day, and that is Montgomery sure needs a new mayor.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
And as to the question that you raised about what might happen to current Democrats once the redistricting flap salts out a bit, those who are engaged in rabble-rousing right now and hysterical demonstrations, hopefully they'll get thinned out. What's going on in Nashville right now, I know more about what's happening up there thanks to TV and radio than I do about what's happening downtown in the flooded out State House. I don't even know where they're meeting. But Tennessee has a state, either representative or senator. I understand she may be a senator, but her demonstration has accomplished one thing for them. She has proved that the deaths that are made for their use while they're in session are made out of very staunch material because she's been standing up as she demonstrates, and I don't know whether she can sing or not, but she carries a lot of weight, and so does that poor desk that she's standing on.
It ain't press board, I can tell you that.
I can get that carpenter's number from there.
Well, those, we already have a lot of Democrats serving as Republicans, and I think that path is available to those who are currently serving as Democrats and are worried about what may or may not happen to their particular district. This country has proved that it can elect a black person or a yellow person or a white person depending on their own individual campaign. So I hope at least that those that are trying to rouse the rabble will go by the wayside, and those who are serious-minded about trying to represent us whether downtown in Montgomery or uptown in D.C., I think the cream, so to speak, will come to the top, and we'll be left better off. Now, whether that'll hold true in the short term, I don't know. We'll know within a few weeks or months.
You're here. Well, I appreciate it, Dr. King. Great hearing your voice. Great call.
Yeah, and I like it. I like your new music. I'm not a great fan of the singing part from a decade or more ago, but I'll talk to you about that later.
Thank you, Ken.
See you, Dr. Ken.
272-9228. Let's go to east of the Rockies. Hey, East.
Well, I got to follow Dr. Ken.
Yep.
I tell you, what a great. He's one of the guys I always looked forward to hearing from over the years. Not to change the subject too badly, but Eddie, I gave your phone number to a fellow looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe acres in Autauga County.
Excellent.
And I told him you were the man to help him out.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, East.
Well, that leads to my question. Maybe Troy can comment on this. If you and Joey had a dance-off, who would win?
Oh, me by far.
I think Eddie would win.
By far.
Okay.
Okay.
By far. Leaps
All
and
right.
bounds.
Let him keep thinking that.
Leaps
I'll trust
and
you on
bounds.
that, man. After seeing your dancing on social media,
Yep.
you
Oh,
know,
my gosh.
I'm like, gosh, well, you know, people ask what happened to Fred Astaire, and all I've got to say is Eddie Bader is in the house.
Hey, East, you know what I like about you? You make all these like analogies. You're like, if Joey is Frodo and Sam is Eddie, then I'm Aragorn. I go, yeah, that's about right. I'm the king.
Right.
But now we're getting some singing in the rain.
Yeah.
Fred
Now we're getting
Astaire.
some of that. Good stuff.
That's right. Hey, guys, I want you to have a good weekend, and we'll talk with you soon.
Thank you,
Appreciate
East.
you.
See you, brother.
Your moves were pretty good.
I thought so.
For having a bad ankle, a bum ankle, too.
I got bad knees. I'm old.
Welcome to the
Yeah.
club. Right?
Yeah, I know. You ever put WD-40 on your knees? I hear that's a thing.
Listen, I
I
was
might be
reading
at
an
that age
article
now.
and, like, I don't know, some home thing. They say you could use, like, WD-40 for about everything.
That's what I've heard, but I'm really at the age now. I think I'm going to put it on my knees.
WD-40, needle nose pliers, duct tape.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
And maybe a couple paper
Take
clips.
over a country with that.
Yeah, man. You can
A
get a
couple
lot done
broads.
with that.
Need a couple broads.
MacGyver did.
Oh, yeah.
MacGyver always did.
Don't tell them. Don't tell them. You're going too far with that.
My bad.
It's true, though.
Burkina Faso, look out.
So did you see that Iran tried to take a shot?
Yeah.
And
they tried several shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm going to just call it a shot because compared to what the U.S. military can do, but a trio of U.S. warships fended off a series of attacks from missiles, drones, and attack boats.
Yeah.
And, the U.S. military handled it pretty easily. Pretty easily.
Oh, yeah.
To where even, like, they're like, yeah, the ceasefire's still on. Y'all just stop that.
So, you know what? This has become... Let me just back up for a second and say something. The battle damage assessments that are being done now by like open source intelligence consortiums are showing that we took a lot of hits. Okay, I'm talking about our barracks and things like that. But we didn't lose many people. Right. The point is now they've kind of pared it down to select firing, and now we can swat that stuff down easily. In fact, the other day, some AH-60 Apache helicopters shot down a couple cruise missiles that were coming at the ships. Yep. So, good stuff.
Do we know the total dead? Is it 30?
It's right at 33 is what I've
And then
heard.
I saw it was like 400, 500 injured.
Yeah, 400 or 500 wounded.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's, I mean...
Listen...
And it's mostly our bases in Iraq, like our actual...
It is.
Yeah.
And the thing is this, and I say this, I'm not... Every one of those lives is absolutely precious, okay?
Yeah.
But this is a volunteer force. These men and women signed up. They know what they're doing, and God bless them. They're great Americans, and they're heroes now for all time. And I just tell people, don't get... The public gets soft. You know, I wrote a piece called The Pussification of America on Substack, and it got so many results. You know what I found? The average Joe does have the stomach to get through this and know that the American military can do it. But The media wants to tell us a different story. How we're getting beat, how we've lost our standing, and all that stuff's garbage.
Well, and here's Marco Rubio right after meeting, after meeting with the Pope. But he was asked about this exchange.
Well, yes, but the point is, if there's not much seizing in the firing, because we
well, you should ask that of the Iranians. Don't ask me. We didn't fire. They fired on us. My point is, if you fire at a U.S. Navy ship, what are we supposed to do? Say, oh, there's a ceasefire. We're not going to shoot down your drone. That's a stupid question. That's a stupid position to take. Of course we fired back at them. They were shooting at us. That's what I would expect to do. Only stupid countries don't shoot back when you're shot at, and we're not a stupid country.
Do you expect that
he's been hanging around Trump a little bit?
Yep. Where, if the ceasefire or whatever you call it, if they cross...
Well, the red line is clear. If they threaten Americans, they're going to get blown up. I mean, that's how much clearer can you be than that? If you are a missile launching guy, whatever they call that job, and you're sitting there and you fire a missile at the United States and we saw you fire it, we're going to hit you. Of course we are. Who doesn't do that? Unless you want to get your ship sunk. I mean, we're not going to let our ships get sunk by the Iranians with their little, their drones that they're firing. They don't have a navy anymore, but they bring out these little Boston whaler fishing boats and they try to swarm you. We're going to blow those boats up if they're coming towards our boats. I don't know if that's a red line, but I hope they know it is by now. So if I were one of these Iranians on a fast boat and they tell you, hey, your mission is to go after a U.S. destroyer, you're probably not going to survive. I think that's a red line.
Trump said they trifled with us today. We blew them away.
Yep.
He's rhyming now. Trump said a deal with Iran might not happen, but it could happen any day.
That's right, it could. You never know.
What does that even mean? It might not
As
happen.
a realtor, it means you're still at...
But it could happen.
We're still
any day.
negotiating.
Okay, Iran, yes sir, yes.
He's speaking like Master Yoda. No, ready or not.
But that was right after Rubio met with the Pope.
Yep, I saw that.
Pope Leo, which I believe it's a year since he was announced. Yeah, it's been a year. First American Pope ever. And so Rubio, here's a little bit of him talking about, what they talked about and how he characterized their meeting. And, Trump leading up to this is like, tell the Pope that Iran can't have a nuke, all right? And tell him about the 42,000 protesters being killed. Tell him that, Marco. Tell him. I think he knows, Mr. President.
Tell him. Say it again.
But here is Rubio being asked about this.
We had a very good meeting. I mean, ultimately, it's important. First of all, there's a lot that we work together with the church, and we talked about those areas that we're working together on, different parts of the world. I know everyone's interested in, the other aspects of it, but I expressed, updated them on the situation with Iran, expressed our point of view about why this was an important, and the danger that Iran poses to the world, which is largely recognized. So obviously the Holy Father is a spiritual leader. He's the first and foremost. I mean, that's his role to play. And obviously the church has always interacted on behalf of a mission for peace and a respect for all of humanity. But at the end, it was a very cordial and important meeting. We had a very good meeting. I mean,
yeah, and so I think most of this, Trump plays into it, but most of this is just a media
it's a circus.
Invention.
You know what? You know what's funny, Joey? I thought of you yesterday. They had a story about the Pope, a human interest story. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
He called back to his bank in Chicago, and he needed to update his information and the housing. And the person on the clerk, they goes, "Would it help?" They're like, "Sorry, it says on your account you got to come in to do it." And he's like, "Would it help if I told you I'm Pope Leo?" The thing, and they hung up on him. And so the vice president of the company called back and got it. "You, sir, will take care of it for you."
Yeah.
It was a funny story. I thought you.
Yeah, no, that's got to be like,
you're
the Pope.
Yeah,
Okay, you're the
here.
Pope. Sure you are. All right. Leo's not even your real name.
That's not your real
All
name.
right.
It's your adopted name.
Now, this is Rubio, just keeping the Catholic thing going. This is Rubio doing in front of official State Department letterhead, because a big part of telling America's 250th birthday is they're telling a lot of the faith story.
Sure. Right.
We played a good bit of Mike Johnson talking about that. I had a great discussion with Gary Palmer about that a little bit yesterday. Here's Rubio saying, though, talking about how the Catholic faith has always been part of the American story. Let's listen into this and stuff that you might not have thought about, especially when you think of who discovered the America.
The Catholic faith has always been part of the American story. The first Christian service on our soil was a Catholic Mass. The oldest permanent settlement in the United States is the town of St. Augustine, planted by Spanish Catholics on the coastal sands of my home state of Florida. Catholic saints were martyred on American soil well over a century before the revolution began. In missions and settlements, wilderness forts, and trading posts stretching from the first colonies to the distant frontier, Catholic explorers, soldiers, priests, and pioneers consecrated this new world to their ancient faith and christened its land with Catholic names. Maryland, St. Louis, San Francisco, Santa Fe, almost every region of what is now the United States was first explored and mapped by Catholics. The Catholic.
Yeah, because, I mean, obviously, like, the founding generation, that is uber Protestant.
Sure is,
but,
sure is.
like, you think of the
prehistory of it.
The Europeans coming to the Americas, you're like, yep.
Cortez, you had Balboa, you had all these people running around here. I mean, what, 1500s? So.
Yeah, and I think Los Angeles technically used to be called Our Lady of Angels.
It was. It's
and it's like, man, that city has lost its
lost
way.
its way. Sodom and Gomorrah now.
Yeah, it really is. That's an ironic name now.
I lived there for a year when I was working with Core Ventures. Let me tell you something. I can tell you this much. I'm glad I got out of there because I think I would have been dead in the ditch somewhere. It was a lot of fun going on there.
Oh, I believe it, dude. Yeah, it's just like sometimes a name can be destiny. Sometimes it's like, well, we're going to do the opposite of what the name suggests.
Here's an interesting story, fact for you about the City of Angels. Did you know that during the War of Northern Aggression that they were Confederate? Yes, they were. They had the Los Angeles Mounted Rifles.
Is that right?
Yeah, there was 100 riflemen that fought for the Confederacy. Huh. Little known fact.
Did not know that.
Well, and right now, everybody's smarting from being called Confederates because of the redistricting. Anybody? Anybody smarting from being called George Wallace? Anybody? What about allusions to Reconstruction and Jim Crow? Anybody?
Didn't crank my tractor.
Reconstruction.
What if some guy that works at an outlet that claims to be Alabama-based, but they're from like New Jersey or something? What if he draws a cartoon with people like Klan hoods on? It's like he does that every week. But you know, does that bother anybody?
Not
Because he works for AL.com.
I try not to say their name.
That stuff doesn't
Say it
bother
3
me.
times and they'll show
It's
up.
like Voldemort.
No, it's like that's the last time.
Well, and there's one guy who I actually think is a talented writer.
Is he trapped?
That he's been doing the war on dumb, and I'm like,
he's got a lot of writing ahead of him.
And I was like, I think dumb's winning, sir.
Like, that's what I mean. There's a lot of writing to be done.
The
on
dumb is
that.
winning. Anyway,
Big time.
Oxygen thieves.
Now, next week, and maybe it's next week, maybe the week after, but we're definitely going to have to get your good buddy Luis Elizondo back on.
Spoke to him and said maybe next Friday we'll let him know, but he said he's flexible, so he's still healing up from that motorcycle wreck.
Oh my goodness!
Did I show you the pictures?
I don't think I did see that.
These guys, listen, it was pretty bad, man.
Like, is he okay though?
He's okay, but he
Pretty
is
beaten up?
by the grace of God. He said, and he had the moment where I think he had that realization. Oh no, here it is, right here. Let me find it right here. Check these pictures out; they're pretty gruesome. You could scroll through them.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Look at this,
I don't
look at
have to
this.
see all of them. Oh, my
He
goodness.
road rashed his face.
Oh, yeah.
But he's
Oh.
okay. He's okay. He's okay.
I'm glad he's all right.
Yeah,
That's brutal. That's gnarly, man.
He goes, Troy, he was coming at dusk up there. He lives outside of Devil's Tower up there, up in, Wyoming, I guess. And he comes around a curve. There's deer. He lays it down and
Now, on the UFO issue, this is why we got to get Lou back on, because they've opened up this website portal, and they're doing it in batches. And so the first batch came out today, and most of it, there's some new stuff, but most of it was like had already been put out to the press and seen. But here, Peter Ducey, I got the scoop.
I read that story. Yeah.
And let's watch what he did on Fox in the morning.
Fox News alert, the Trump administration releasing the first batch of files related to UFOs and alien life.
So is the truth really out there?
Senior White House correspondent Peter Ducey joins us live with the details. What have you learned, Peter?
Good morning. So, a White House official...
Hold on.
Ducey.
Just the whole presentation, because I don't ever watch Fox and Friends.
Right.
Like, did you ever think that sort of setting would be talking about UFOs? Like, go back to the 90s or the early 2000s.
Good Morning America type setting right there.
Right. No, yeah, it is. It's designed as a classic sort of morning, hey, sunshine and coffee chat show.
Yep.
But, hey, we're talking about the aliens this morning.
We need green behind him.
It's like, how did Alex Jones end up on Fox News? And it's, anyway. let's start it over because it just cracks me up, especially the call and response from like Ryan Kilmeade.
Yeah.
And then Ainsley and then Griff Jenkins throwing the thing in there. It was like this perfect. I have to say, they're true professionals. But
good script writers or readers.
Yes, but the fact that this is the topic on Fox and Friends in the Morning, just what a time we live in.
Fox News alert: the Trump administration releasing the first batch of files related to UFOs and alien life.
So is the truth really out there?
Senior White House correspondent Peter Doocy joins us live with the details. What have you learned, Peter?
Good morning. So, a White House official left this hard drive on my desk overnight. You can see on it, it says AARO files copy 2 of 3. That is the All Domain Resolution Office copy 2 of 3. This is the first big batch of UFO disclosure ordered by President Trump. Some of the clips and videos on there have popped up different places before. Some of them have not. And we have been going through this all morning and overnight to try to put together some of the best video so we can all look at this together. This is a world exclusive right here. So let's go to the first clip. Over the skies of the United Arab Emirates in June 2024. An inverted teardrop with a vertically linear trailing mass, as described by the War Department, suspended below. The War Department cannot say for sure what this is.
Yeah, what is that? That is strange.
You remember what Luis Elizondo asked us? He said, when we look at something, we ask, do we know what that shape is? Okay. Number 2, does it operate in the parameter of what our conventional understanding of military? And no, these things are doing
not at all.
700 G and then diving down and into the water.
It is officially listed as an unresolved UAP report. The next video, over the skies of Iraq, December 2022, moving bottom left to top right of the field of view. All CENTCOM gets from this is an area of contrast. That's what they describe it as. It is officially still listed as an unresolved UAP report. Next video, over the skies of Greece, October 2023. What is described as a small and circular UAP flying near the surface of the ocean towards land. CENTCOM can't tell us what it is. It is officially listed as an unresolved UAP report. Within the last 2 minutes, all of these videos have gone live on war.gov/UFO, and a White House official tells Fox First, while past administrations sought to discredit or dissuade the American people, President Trump is focused on providing maximum transparency to the public, who can ultimately make up their own minds about the information contained in these files. And there's also a fresh look at some historical records. There's this from Apollo 17.
That's the one that really got my attention.
This is very cool. But I mean, before we hear the Apollo 17, like this is a transcript of them, like in real time seeing stuff. Like you see this stuff, and you're like, okay, that seems like a real thing. But if the U.S. government can't explain it, because that's the punchline at the end of this, is like, is there alternative life forms, all this stuff? We don't know, is what the government's saying. We literally don't know what this stuff is, which in our conversation with Lou is usually something governments don't want to admit because it could be a security threat, very clearly.
Absolutely.
But if it's being released now and folks seem like, it can be, put out there slowly but surely, perhaps we actually do know what it is, and this is just more
slowly,
cover
gradually letting it out.
Yeah. When I spoke to Lou this morning, I said, I guess I can probably go off the premise when I talked to Joey about this. If we talk about it today, I said that what we got here pales in comparison to what there is.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But now here's the Apollo 17. So, yeah, there's a mix of like new stuff that happened months ago to stuff that goes way back. Let's listen in.
Included in this big document dump. One of the astronauts says, we've got a few very bright particles or fragments or something that go drifting by as we maneuver. The control center says, Roger, understood. Another astronaut says, there's a whole bunch of big ones on my window down there, just bright. It looks like the 4th of July out of Ron's window. Another astronaut says, yes, now you can see some of them in shape. They're very jagged, angular fragments that are tumbling. This exchange has long been dismissed as floating insulation. But now the White House is saying, while this photo has been previously released and discussed by keen observers, there is no consensus about the nature of the anomaly. And this all started, of course, because we asked the president about it in February.
Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that.
So aliens are real.
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing
Lock
that.
him up.
Well, he made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it.
So the government is trying to answer the question, do aliens exist? And the answer is, they don't know, but in an effort of transparency, they are giving us all of the material that they are working with as they try to answer that question.
I don't know, and they're in the line online, like one thing that's being driven by folks like Tim Dillon, who's always hilarious. Is like, we've got the complete crap into the bed with the Epstein files, and we're not going to see more of those. We're not going to see any convictions of anybody involved in all that stuff. The Iran war just keeps dragging on. Gas prices are through the roof. So it's like, dump out the alien files.
Absolutely.
It is, dude.
Dump them out.
And especially when
Distraction.
that's the first thing. It's like world exclusive, and you see like little Tic Tacs flying around the sky. You're like, that's weird. I would like to know what it is, but
I think there's more pressing issues at hand that I would like to know about.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like it's captured the American imagination, but not in the way I think is hoped for.
No, I don't think so either.
A lot of folks are like, yeah.
But I think enough people have seen this before, the whole distraction.
And it's going to be interesting to see if they actually drop something that makes all of us go, oh, wow.
It's possible.
Like what Lou is suggesting, that there's bold stuff in there. And there are certain members of Congress that continue to say stuff like that, too. So, like Burchett and Paul
Schumer even agreed on it, which was weird.
Yeah, that is weird. So, maybe we actually found something politicians can agree on.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe aliens can broach the party divide.
Maybe they're controlling the
Maybe they are controlling them.
Right, yeah. Could be they're actually demons.
The Greens versus the
That
Greys.
just shows how dumb they are.
Well, you think it's dumb. That's by design.
Exactly, but if they are that gullible that they can have aliens teach them, if the aliens are that dumb and thinking these are...
No, do you think they're teaching them to be wise?
No.
Those would be
robots.
Demons.
The robots.
Robots. That one chick looks just like a reptile.
And you mentioned demons when I hear like Anna Paulina Luna and other folks talk about how these are best described as interdimensional beings. I'm like,
are we already doing that with?
We're doing astral projection.
Man.
Which I'm like, you mean like preternatural, like demons?
I see. Okay.
Yeah, like interdimensional beings. Oh, okay. Yeah, like that thing that climbed on the wall the other day.
That's right. Yeah. Astral projection will be next.
Yeah, it's still like Alex Jones. He's wrong about a lot, but he was right about so much.
So much.
He was so much in the ballpark.
I have a rule usually with people like that are kind of just, a deluge of stuff.
Yeah,
Even if 5% of what you're telling me is true,
Oh.
then I've got some grave concerns.
And I know it's like certain polite people like to hear it, but the guy is one of the most entertaining human beings
he's
on
funny.
the planet. Even when he's pissing you off, like there's something. It's that charisma, that level, and you said deluge is the right word, just of information and personality for days. So, it's interesting though to see that like the things that used to be on Coast to Coast with Art Bell,
Art Bell,
is now on Fox and Friends. Tell us what you found, Peter.
I still want to hear when they go to Mel's Hole. That's
Mel's Hole.
Mel's Hole. I believe it's in Arizona, Utah, something like that. But it was a Art Bell type deal.
Oh.
Where.
Yeah, let's bring down our voices here.
Well, if you
It's
bring
like,
anything too close, okay. It all started where he had a pet that died.
Yeah,
chucked it in the hole. Just seems to go forever.
Pet cemetery.
Yep. Well, a few days later, he seen that pet, growled at him, and ran the other way. Then he started noticing.
It had like a
strange-
different personality.
Yeah.
You know?
Then he noticed strange things happened around the hole. Then he called Art Bell.
What sort of strange things were happening around his hole?
I don't remember.
The
all of
Ramones
that.
showed up from Pet Cemetery
That
singing
would
Pet
be killer.
Cemetery.
Yeah, I forget all that. But they basically he went on with Art Bell, disappeared for a while, and called Art Bell back. Said, "Hey, the government is here.
Oh boy,
they've taken over Mel's Hole.
Oh boy.
So you would like to know what's going on with
I'd
that
really like
hole?
to go check that out.
You'd like to see Mel's Hole?
I would.
We'll have to ask Lou about that.
Some weird thing. Well, I'm telling you, it's a big thing out there, Mel's Hole. But I never heard if it was truly to be, if it was ever.
So like
the government really
drop
took it over
something
or
down and it's like
just
you
gone.
don't hear it hit a bottom or anything like that.
Nope.
You can't see bottom.
Nothing.
Which, I mean, that doesn't take that deep to not be able to see bottom, but...
No, but to throw something off and it's just nothing.
And you don't hear a thing.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Mel's hole, man.
And then you're starting to see those things reanimated and almost possessed
Yeah,
manner.
people are like dumping junk down the hole and stuff like that, and I think that's how you end up finding it. But
like pennies, and pennies
no,
come
I
back
think like old
possessed?
cars and garbage.
It's a negative wishing well.
Yeah, it's a negative
See, I
wishing
must
well.
not be the only one who's ever heard of this. You see the phone lighting up. Look out. It's going to be Mel's hole all over again.
It's in Washington State. by the
Thank
way.
you.
Yeah, I just looked it up.
How
There's no
about
credible
this?
evidence exists of its contents and even its existence. This is what
That's what the
Grok
government
tells me.
does.
That's what Grok tells me.
That's what the government does.
You telling tall tales,
No,
Eddie Bader?
Talk to Art Bell.
Okay, well, I got to hit this
Someone
break.
lowered over 80,000 feet of fishing line,
See?
allegedly.
See?
Without
So
it
that's-
reaching the bottom.
Wow. How do they know?
That's that's over.
It just keeps going down.
What, 6, 4,
Yeah,
5,
you
that's
could-
like
the fishing line could easily keep going down without knowing you touch the bottom.
yeah, it's like over.
If it was weighted, it would just keep going, Joe.
It's about 19
until it hit the
miles.
bottom.
That's 19 miles of fishing line.
19 miles.
I don't know.
Man, that's a lot of fishing
That
line.
sounds a little strange.
That is a lot of fishing.
A lot of fishing line.
What you going to catch down there? You take a while to
wouldn't-
Hey, you got something that's going to take a while to
Well,
reel
not only
it up,
that, after
buddy.
the first couple hundred feet, I don't want to catch what's down there on a fishing pole. No thanks. No thanks.
Yeah, people just need to stop sticking poles down Mel's hole, all right?
I think
like
I
stop
can agree
putting
with you
things
on
in
that.
the hole.
Oh, it's a ball rock.
Yeah. So this part of the program?
Yeah.
Brought to you strangely by Alabama Home Mortgage.
All right.
It's a good lead in from Mel's hole to buying homes.
If
or
you want to buy
refinancing
property
homes.
that Mel's hole's on, I bet you could talk to these
Yeah, you
ladies
could
right
probably,
here.
yeah.
And there's several places like that around here. The Crater in Wetumpka.
Yes,
The crater is something.
I love that.
And if whether you're looking for Wetumpka or Montgomery or Otago County or
Florida.
Tennessee, Florida.
Florida, yeah, Georgia, even.
Georgia, yeah.
They can help you out there at Alabama Home Mortgage, licensed all over the place. And, of course, they can help you purchase a home, especially if you're just looking to get that pre-approval.
Right.
And it is as good as gold when you go through pre-approval with them. You're actually going to understand how much home you can afford. And then, of course, they can walk with you every step of the way to closing day. And then if you're looking to refinance, they can help you out there as well.
Exactly.
And especially if you're a veteran, they know the latest with the very, very cool VA mortgage programs. And by very, very cool, I mean it's like the best deal.
It's the best game in town, man.
Like, you know.
I do. I've used it. And you know what? You can use it more than once,
Thank
folks.
you.
You
Yeah.
can even use it for an investment property,
That's
too.
exactly
So there's a
right.
lot of things.
So you'll check out Alabama Home Mortgage today. That number, 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or you can always apply online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Whether it's AC or heating or plumbing that you're needing, whatever you require, call Lou Quire.
Don't let plumbing problems drain your wallet or back up your day. Lou Quire's experienced plumbers can get there right away. Call the pros the Montgomery area has trusted for decades to get things done right. Lou Quire offers 24/7 emergency service so your home can run smoothly day and night. License number 22154.
Whatever you require, call Lou Quire right now.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
DeJuan Walker has been an Alabama Power customer since 1999.
We're being squeezed on every side. We hear about Alabama Power freezing their rates. That's the best news we can get. Alabama Power rate freeze will provide real relief for Alabama working families. Alabama Power is protecting their customers by making data centers pay their full cost. It makes me feel at peace. Alabama Power is really stepping up and doing what's right for customers.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Truckers, listen up. A $2,500 sign-on bonus only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Work for a company that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, work for the best in the business.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. If you have evening plans tonight, I think we're fine. We're dry and mostly cloudy. The overnight low temperature will drop to about 58, and the risk of showers and thunderstorms will become likely starting in the overnight hours late tonight and part of the day on Saturday. Saturday's high up to about 77. Then a lot of dry hours before another surge of showers and thunderstorms becoming likely on Mother's Day Sunday with a high temperature up to about 81. I think Monday and Tuesday look spectacular with plenty of sun. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
When the heat hits to the river region, don't wait. If your AC quits, Hands Heating and Air offers same-day service, or your diagnostic charge is free with their Comfort a Day or You Don't Pay guarantee, plus 24/7 service with no overtime charges.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. To our sitcom music.
Yeah. Sounds like Taxi.
Let's go to the phones and talk to Papa B. Hey, Papa B, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Aliens and spaceships.
Mel's Hole.
And
Ewoks.
Mel's Hole.
Yeah, Mel's, oh my, yeah. Don't let
And
get out
Ewoks.
of Mel's Hole, for heaven's sake. We don't want to stay in there. We definitely don't want to linger around in Mel's Hole. That, by the way, Eddie, you know, there's some things like that story about Mel's Hole. It gets embellished a whole lot.
Just a little bit.
I mean,
Just a little bit.
I wouldn't put too much stock in, you know, the stories that you hear from that. It's, you know, alien, unidentified flying object and stuff. Very, very interesting. But I feel compelled to say again that there's nothing that anybody is seeing here that falls outside of the dominion of the God of the Bible.
Oh, amen.
Not one thing. And so there are people, though, that would see and try to, you know, use these incidents, sites, you know, spectacles as a way to justify their worldview that is anti-God and anti-Christian. Some would even use it to justify their wrongful way of life. But they're not going to be able to get away with that. So, anyway, just something to think about, something to, you know, ponder over, I guess. But, you know, I'm really interested in a couple of things that went on this week. And, Troy, you maybe can help shed some light on this. Dan Bongino is as scared as I've ever seen anybody.
Yep.
He was one of the ones, I guess, that found this so-called burn bag.
Yep.
And went through it, and it has scared the living daylights out of him. Because I think as he was explaining it, it showed him how very powerful the people are that, I guess, tried to imprison Trump, you know, convict him, get him convicted and stuff, and how I presume easily they were able to run this kind of thing. Is that what I'm hearing, Troy?
That's how I took it. I think that it kind of added another layer, guys, of intrigue to the thing with Epstein and all that, and the switcher, how they switched out. And Todd Blanche seems like he's doing a much better job running it, but we'll see.
Yeah, I agree. Well, the other thing is, if there was a burn bag left, there was a patriot that did it.
Well,
because that stuff was supposed to be destroyed.
The way it works with burn bags, let me explain how it works. It's bizarre. I've worked at multiple agencies where we have burn bags. There's a conveyor belt, and you put it onto the conveyor belt, and it takes it into the incinerator. But a lot of times, that conveyor belt's down, so you just leave your burn bags down there.
Yeah.
And then
Wait for
someone else will
maintenance
put
to
them in
catch
when
up.
they get it up running.
Yeah,
So, you
sometimes-
wonder if that was planted.
And isn't there another one called Mel's Belt, where if you put it through it, it shows up somewhere else in the Pentagon?
Yeah, and it's part dog. Sorry. That's Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah, but I love that idea. It's a burn. Hey, did you burn your burn bag? No. It's called a burn bag, literally.
Burn it. You're supposed to destroy it personally, but you wonder. You're right, Papa B. It could have been intentionally put there.
In this day and time, they can't have a burn bag that you just seal and it catches on fire.
It was actually found in a
typically shred
room that is not on the building plan. It was just found in a room that was the room itself is not even on in the building plans, in the building schematics.
Right. That's interesting.
So that's according to Cash Patel, and I presume Dan Bongino too. But, my take on it is that there were some people that were seeing what was going on in the FBI. They couldn't really say anything about it, but they were able to maybe salvage some clues as to what actually took place, which kind of leads me to one other type of topic here, and it'll be the last one I asked about. Troy.
Yes, sir.
What is your take on QAnon? What do you think about it? I don't know what I think about it. I think I know what I think.
Well, tell me, and I know what it is, but I'm asking you, what do you think? What do you think? And let me just give me your idea on it, because I'm going to tell you, mine's probably not like yours. I'm guessing.
Okay, so my idea on it is it was a communication technique.
Yep.
Between people that were trying to communicate covertly and also release information covertly.
Yep.
To the American people. And if you notice how, like, on the sidelines, especially Auburn did this in days past, that have two guys up there that have, a poster board. One of them have a screw, one of them have a baseball, and the other one a kite, that kind of thing. And so there are two guys, and they're, like, holding up signs. There are several different characters. And this is supposed to communicate to, I guess, the quarterback what the play is. And so that's kind of what I look at, and I'm like, yeah, this was like some kind of communication.
Yeah, I do, but I think it was probably more. This is where I think you'll probably think I'm wrong. You may not agree with me. I think it was misdirection stuff.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm not going to
disinformation.
I'm sure that there was a lot of that in there. I'm not doubting that at all. But my thinking is that there was also some comm traffic. There was, and it definitely was a way to release some really, really critical information that the American people had never seen.
Agreed. And you know what's funny about it is, if it was misinformation, which I have reason to believe from someone that works at one of the alphabet agencies on it, that means that they were probably running the info right underneath of it, in the open. So it's funny.
Yeah. Well, you saw all these numbers. They'd have like a bank of numbers under each.
They had a string of numbers. Yeah.
Different numbers and different blocks and stuff like that. And that's the reason I thought, well, maybe it's a comm type thing. So. All right. Anyway, I just wanted to get your take on it.
Well, you're usually pretty smart. I don't think I could add anything to you. You're usually very knowledgeable when you call. So I'm usually impressed with you. So.
Oh, thanks a lot. All right.
Thanks,
Bob. Yeah, you can give me that $5. Give me that $5 next week, okay?
Tell Eddie to give it to you.
Oh, yeah, he makes so much money, yeah.
I'd give it to you now, but I don't have change for $500.
Have a good one, brother.
See you, Bob. See you, bud. We got to hit this break. Hopefully get Michael Cohen on the other side.
Yeah. Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
At Blue Water Broadcasting, we believe great advertising starts with relationships. That's why so many local business owners trust us, not just for radio, but for digital too. If you're already running digital advertising and you're not seeing results, it may be time to explore your options. Our team takes the time to understand your business, then builds custom campaigns using a multi-channel, conversion-focused approach. So whether it's digital display, social media, or you need help increasing your online presence, Blue Water Broadcasting can help. Before your next campaign, let's have a conversation. Visit bluewaterbroadcasting.com.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
Hey fans, there's never been a better time for Biscuits Baseball at Davos Park. Enjoy giveaways, theme nights, and max fireworks all season long. From tacos and tall boys to thirsty Thursdays and family fun Sundays, there's something for everyone. Get your tickets now at biscuitsbaseball.com or call 323-BALL.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
You're listening to Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go to Michael Cohen with Cohen's Electronics and Appliances. Hey, Michael, how you doing?
I'm doing really good, especially after listening to that little jingle.
Mm-hmm. I know it tickles you a little bit.
It does. Like a good 70s
I am
sitcom.
tickled.
Tickle pink.
Tickle me Elmo.
Okay, I'm never playing it again. So,
all right, Bert.
Bert.
Oh yeah. That's a long conversation. Who's Bert? Who's Ernie in this studio? But well, we were just talking about Mel's Hole. You ever heard of that story?
No, I haven't.
You not heard? I'll send you the podcast a little bit. Just a
I
few
swear
minutes of the
it won't be a waste of your time.
It will not be. It will not be.
Anyway, how's it going at Cohen's today?
It's going great. It's been a good day. I've had a little time to talk with our delivery crew, and our delivery crew has started. They've upped their game. They're getting some tremendous reviews from customers. So that all is going well. We got Ruben is getting all the appliances installed.
Excellent.
And everybody's out there humping it and taking care of the customers. And I've watched Michael Jackson in the mornings call or customers text him and they have issues, and he's helping them navigate through going to get a new Spectrum box, and then if they need him to come help install it, then he's available to help them there. But the first call they make is to him because they know that he's going to shoot them straight and say it's the TV, or either it's, in this case, it was the cable box, and get everybody taken care of so they can watch their favorite shows.
Well, folks, and it's just another example of just the excellent second-to-none service over there at Cohen's. And, of course, you can always check them out online at thinkcohens.com, or if you want to call them direct, say you got one of these issues, just call them up, 277-8890. And, of course, there's nothing like actually stopping by, seeing all these great new products that are coming out, whether it's the really cool furniture or the TV, audio setup, or maybe you're grilling this summer, you're going to be grilling a lot, or it could be you need a new washer-dryer unit. They got it all there.
Definitely.
That's right. Come in, ask us some questions, bring some pictures of whatever area you're trying to upgrade, and let us help you make the right choice, because there's so many different options, and just because somebody online says this, it's so much better to come in and actually talk and have questions back and forth, and then, everybody knows they're making the right choice.
So y'all check them out today, and they're again open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 on Saturdays. And when you stop by, be sure to tell them you heard Michael Cohen himself talking to Joey, Eddie, and Troy.
Yeah, Eddie, Troy, and Tickle Me Elmo. So, y'all have a great day.
See, brothers decided you're Elmo, I guess.
Anyway, we got a whole other hour left.
All right.
We'll be right back after this.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. U.S. military officials say they intercepted Iranian attacks yesterday on 3 Navy ships in the Strait of Hormuz.
I look in the mirror and barely know myself. Lines growing clearer. I think I need some help. I swear. I'm going out my head. Feels like the world is falling. I'm going out my head. Destiny is short enough calling. I look at the wall, but I can't tell the time. A child of the fall. I need some grand design. I look to the sky and pray to the great unseen. I don't wanna die. I wanna live as sure as I believe. I swear. I'm going out my head. Feels like the world is falling. I'm going out my head. Destiny is short enough calling. I'm going out my head. Feels like the world is falling. I'm going out my head. Can't you hear the Savior calling? Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto. Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper et in saecula saeculorum. Amen. I swear. Going out my head.
$89.19. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Congressman Barry Moore has always delivered for Alabama. As a member of the House Freedom Caucus, Barry Moore earned a score of 100 from Heritage Action for protecting our values. He's helped thousands of Alabama families, fought for our veterans as a veteran himself, and secured millions for infrastructure, first responders, and public safety. Barry Moore helped pass Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill, delivering tax cuts for hardworking Alabama families, and stood strong to secure our borders. Now, Barry is taking that fight to the United States Senate. Barry Moore will defend our freedoms, defend the Second Amendment, protect our children, stand up for parents, and keep boys out of girls' sports while continuing to cut taxes and lower prices. Endorsed by President Trump, Barry Moore is a proven conservative Alabama can trust.
I'm Congressman Barry Moore. I rolled up my sleeves in Congress, and I'll keep fighting for Alabama in the U.S. Senate. I'm Barry Moore, a conservative fighter, and I approve this message.
Approved and paid for by Barry Moore for U.S. Senate.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
This is the Trump country. We live in the Southeast. We drink sweet tea. We don't drink socialist Kool-Aid.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Final hour here of the program. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader and Troy Carrico here in the studio with me. And, well, you got your op-ed ready to go, Troy?
I do.
I think I want to hear this thing. Is it going to drop any day?
Yes,
soon?
this weekend.
This weekend at 1819. Okay.
Yep. I had one just published today, but it was one that I've already
And this
read.
is about redistricting here now.
This is a little bit about the Goat Hill crap show that's going on up there. Yes, about redistricting. Alexis de Tocqueville said once that I don't fear a tyranny of the majority, I fear one of the minority. So look at all the rhinos at the Montgomery Zoo. Folks, the Alabama State Legislature is fumbling the ball on the 1 yard line in the final minute of this political football game. And it's an absolute disaster to watch unfold. They should have every conservative in this state fired up and prepared to break out the pitchforks and torches. Why so serious? I have had a belly full of the charades in my beloved Alabama, the political machinations, the Southern drawl subterfuge. It's time a God-fearing, Jesus-loving, red-blooded American and Alabamians come to grip. We need to gut the Republican cow in front of us. We know, but do nothing. Enough, I say. That 2,000-pound elephant in the room ain't an elephant. It's a jackass. Almost everyone that claims Republican Party in our legislature is a yellow-bellied traitor, deceiver, and a liar. The U.S. Supreme Court handed us a game-changing ruling in Louisiana versus Calais on April 29th. A 6-3 decision that guts the racial gerrymandering games courts have been playing for years. Justice Samuel Alito made it clear you can't just draw districts based on race to create minority seats and majority seats. The Voting Rights Act doesn't require it, and enforcing it violates the U.S. Constitution. This should have been the green light for Alabama to finally scrap the court-imposed map that carved out a second Democratic district and go full steam ahead with a 7-0 Republican map that reflects the will of our people. Instead, what are we getting? Talks of timid half measures and talks of falling back to the weaker 6-1 setup. It's still in play, so I don't want to, as I'm reading this, it's still in play, y'all. But this is where we were at up to this point. This is not victory. That's surrender dressed as pragmatism. The legislature was called into a special session, but rather than boldly pushing the original map that keeps Alabama red across all 7 congressional seats, leadership is choosing to play small ball. Look at House Speaker Nathaniel Ledbetter, The man had a chance to stand tall and declare that the voice of 5 million Alabamians matter more than 3 federal judges. Instead, he's out there splitting hairs, saying, quote, I don't know that all Democrats are black voters, end quote. Trying to dodge the racial framing while the court spent years doing exactly that, packing black voters into specific districts to engineer outcomes. If you're not willing to call out the racial gerrymander for what it is, how do you expect to fix it? Ledbetter's approach reeks of caution when courage is required. We didn't need careful word games. We needed a fighter willing to restore the 2023 map and dare the courts to stop us now that we have the legal ground has shifted in our favor. Then there's the Senate Pro Tem Garland Gudger, who's been more focused on contingency planning for special primaries than on seizing this historic opportunity. Back in late 2025, Gudger filed a bill for special elections in case districts change late in the game. Fair enough on paper, but when the moment of truth arrives after Calais, where's the fire to demand the full 7-0 map immediately? Instead of leading the charge to lock in conservative districts before the next election cycle solidifies, he's preparing for the possibility of chaos rather than preventing it. That's not leadership. That's administrative housekeeping while the house burns down around you. This is what happens when you have supermajorities that act like they're still the underdog. Republicans, in name only, control the state legislature, the governorship, and now the legal momentum after the Supreme Court finally reined in race-based map making. The Calais decision explicitly says states cannot be forced to gerrymander by race. Attorney General Steve Marshall and his deputy Kay Robertson has been very aggressive in this, filing emergency motions to lift the injunctions on our old maps. Yet the people who actually are drawing the lines seem content to tiptoe around the chance for total victory. Machiavelli warned us that fortune favors the bold. Right now, fortune is smiling on Alabama conservatives, and our leaders are responding with contingency plans instead of bold action items. The older 6-1 map might be better than the current mess, but it's still a compromise with the activist judges and plaintiffs who've been running our redistricting process for several years. We didn't fight this long just to settle for one Democrat seat when the law clearly allows us to have none. The disaster unfolding in Montgomery isn't the Supreme Court ruling, it's the failure of the nerve of the very people we elected to protect our values. If Ledbetter and Gudger can't find the spine to go all the way for a clean 7-0 map that ends racial gerrymandering once and for all, then maybe it's time for some blood. New blood, that is. Alabama voters deserve districts drawn by responsive, elected representatives, not dictated by federal courts using race as a quota system. This isn't complicated, folks. The Supreme Court just told us the old rules were wrong. Now's the time to act decisively, not hedge our bets. The people are watching, and they're tired of watching opportunity slip away as we seize defeat out of the jaws of victory. Our leaders would rather manage decline than seize that victory. What do you expect, though, with all those R's by their name in Alabama or rhinos? Either grow a set or get the hell out of the way.
Troy Carrico, folks. And that'll be coming out this weekend sometime.
Yes.
Yeah, and it looks like the bill did pass in the House. The House is done. Members of the House Democratic Caucus told reporters after business ended that they intended to file legal challenges to the state attempts to use the 2023 maps even.
Right.
The challenge intends to argue that the new law violates Amendment 4 to the Alabama Constitution. So what's Amendment 4? Quote, the implementation date for any bill enacted by the legislature in a calendar year in which a general election is to be held and relating to the conduct of the general election shall be at least 6 months before the general election. We are on strong footing on the federal and state level, said State Rep Prince Chestnut, Democrat from Selma. So we feel pretty confident about our chances. As long as we get a fair judiciary, we feel very comfortable. Huh? But both House Pro Tem Chris Pringle and House Speaker Nathaniel Ledbetter did not speak on the Amendment 4 challenge. However, both contended that the bills passed during the special session, which was my understanding, did not mention or have anything to do with the general election in November. It doesn't. I think what it did is empowered essentially the governor and the state to call a special if the court lifts these injunctions there on the state of Alabama. And maybe he's a rhino, but this just came out from Austin Shipley there reporting at 1819 News, really covering Arthur Orr, sat down. He's, of course, from Decatur up in the very populated rich part of the state.
Yes, it is.
And I'd have to give all due respect to Arthur in terms of just how intelligent he is and a lot of time spent. But kind of playing into what you were talking about, Troy. He told Dale Jackson on Dale's show that we're under a different situation than the other nearby states. We've got pending litigation that we have to deal with, and that's pending in the appellate courts right now. It's different from Tennessee. Louisiana's obviously been resolved now. Mississippi has none, to my knowledge. So these other states don't have the same legal posture we do. All the attorneys say you are best doing the 6-1 district rather than the 7. He added, if you try to go to 7, it's kind of like Wheel of Fortune. The chances that you will hit bankrupt are much, much higher. He elaborates saying, things that we consider can be geographical. Does the incumbent live in the same place? There are several other factors, history of area and representation thereof. Those kind of things all feed into the ultimate decision of, okay, where do you draw the lines to try to get the perfect balance? Yeah. That wasn't the most convincing thing I've heard
That's
from
a loser's limp,
Senator
as my wife
Ward.
calls it. A loser's limp. Oh, we can't.
Well, which lawyer is he talking to?
Yeah, really. Yeah, that's a great point. Who are you talking to?
Yeah. Anyway, but I mean, that's what if it ends up being a 6-1 map, and we have these specials, it really makes all the hooting and hollering down there today, all the protesting and marching and shouting and singing and stuff. Like, seemed a little silly.
It does.
Because how long do we have 6-1 with Terry Sewell as the representative of that District 7?
That we'll look back on this and laugh. You know this is just posturing and hey, letting you know how hard it hurts to lose.
I spoke with Morgan Murphy this morning, and District 7's where they're working on. Apparently, the White House was dropping some munitions on Goat Hill yesterday. I heard, and John Wall also confirmed that with them. And here's my understanding is that this will get resolved through the legal channel. With the what's already in appeals and stuff. So we'll see. But the bottom line is this. It shouldn't surprise anybody in Alabama that some of these leaders, non-leaders, are going the easy route out like water.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
272-9228. That's 334-272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation. Just making sure I'm not missing anything here at 1819. Well, just to remind folks, what's been passed, this idea is if you had these special elections, it won't be like somebody has to get over 50%.
Right.
It's whoever has the most percentage after that one vote.
Yeah.
So somebody could end up, you could have a clear split and somebody gets 30%, and, but they're still in the lead. Now, ideally, you get somebody who's pretty close to the majority and, it's still pretty definitive. But no runoff if you have a special election. And the state Senate is actually going to be redistricted as well. Well, and again, a lot of this stuff is it's political posturing and power plays.
Sure
like
is.
after the redistricting, Kirk Hatcher and Will Barfoot were changing districts and acting as the incumbents in the new ones. It's just, I don't know. It's an interesting game at a certain point, but I think again a lot of the hooting and hollering over this is a bit much.
Yeah.
But somewhat entertaining. That video Craig Munger was able to get
was good. That was good.
Yeah.
Telling. Very telling.
Yeah.
There's your leadership at work right there.
Yeah. Well, and also bussing folks in and let's go and raise some cane and let's go sing and stuff. But how much the Tennessee one was just loud with the blowhorn and stuff. This sounded like people singing.
Did you see?
And I'm like, well, I don't love what you're singing, but it's actually not
nobody.
It ain't bother me.
Did you notice anything odd, not odd, but different about at least the shots I saw in Tennessee versus the shots here? It's demographics.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see hardly any African Americans in the Tennessee piece where it was here. So they were more vocal, more vociferous. So it was interesting because I think it was two kind of different battlefields, if you will.
Right.
For that. So, yeah.
272-9228. Like I said, that's 334-272-9228. Did you see that Yazid sentenced to life in prison for the murder of Anaya Blanchard?
Yes.
So justice served there.
Yep.
I know they were trying to go for death penalty, which I would not have in that case been against by any means. But
monster, man.
That is. It takes so long. It takes so long to get to what is a common sense decision.
What does Hamlet say? The laws delay. Proud man's contumely. That's the truth, man. The laws delay.
Indeed. And you've got some coverage of the SPLC
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Yeah, this is all
We're gonna
mischaracterized.
fight. We're gonna fight.
This is not how any of this is. But the Southern Poverty Law Center was arraigned in federal court and pleaded not guilty yesterday, on Thursday, to all counts of wire fraud, money laundering, and making false statements to a federally insured bank. A Montgomery grand jury returned an indictment in April charging the Southern Poverty Law Center, as Trump says, Southern Law, with 11 counts of wire fraud, false statements to a federally insured bank, and money laundering. The United States Attorney's Office for the Middle District of Alabama, Northern Division, filed 2 forfeiture actions to recover alleged proceeds of the organization's fraud scheme. The Federal Bureau of Investigation investigated the case with assistance from the IRS Criminal Investigation Division. According to the indictment, starting in the 80s, just to remind folks, the SBLC, or Southern Law, began operating a covert network of individuals who were either associated with violent and extremist groups such as the Ku Klux Klan or had infiltrated violent extremist groups at the SBLC's direction. Unbeknownst to donors, some of their donated money was being used to fund the leaders and organizers of racist groups at the same time that the SBLC was denouncing the same groups on its website, according to the DOJ. SBLC interim president, because they're looking for a new president.
Yes, they are.
But SBLC interim president and CEO Brian Fair said on Thursday the charges against the SBLC are provably wrong. They are based on inaccurate facts and a misapplication of law. Our informant program was successful in accomplishing its purposes. Threats and attacks were prevented, criminal activity was stopped, and information was gathered to dismantle the efforts of hate and extremist groups. There is no question that the information the SBLC shared with law enforcement saved lives. The SBLC is no stranger to legal threats by those on the wrong side of history.
Oh, God. Okay. Wrap yourself in righteousness and it works.
In our 55 years, we have faced and prevailed in numerous fights, Fair said in a statement. The SPLC will continue to fight white supremacy and various forms of injustice in our mission to build a democracy that where we can all live and thrive. We will continue that mission no matter what. A trial date has been set for early October in this case. Acting U.S. Attorney for the Middle District of Alabama, Kevin Davidson, told reporters after the hearing, it's good to finally go to court, start the process of seeking justice in this case.
Agreed.
We finally have a trial date, and we'll just see how things progress through the system. We'll just take the case where the evidence takes us. This case was investigated by the FBI, presented to my office, and then presented to a grand jury where members of the grand jury found probable cause to indict on the 11 charges. There's nothing vindictive about this. He continued, to the extent of things I've seen in the media since the indictment, most of what I've read has not been correct. I don't have any prior dealings with the Southern Poverty Law Center. There's nothing vindictive about this prosecution. The way much of the media has described the charges, it is not accurate. I think the charges speak for themselves if you just read the indictment. I'll leave it at that, said the U.S. Attorney. So I guess I don't know what media is talking about. I guess all the folks I ignore.
It must be.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
No,
that
I
here.
haven't seen. I've just more been seeing folks go, yeah, we knew.
Yeah, knew
we
it the
knew.
whole time.
We knew.
About time. Those
About
kind of
time.
things.
Anyway, let's hit another quick break. We'll be right back.
Quick break.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. The 5 things to do when you are considering selling your home. Number 1, get a realtor to evaluate your home, and that will make suggestions on updates needed for your home, painting suggestions, and staging tips to highlight your home. Number 2, along with the evaluation of the house, you need an updated market analysis that compares your house to other houses for sale and those that have sold. Number 3, do a walk around your own home to see what you could do to improve the curb appeal to potential buyers. Since research tells us that 8 out of 10 home buyers choose the house that they view based on the curb appeal of the home. Number 4, review online the houses that have sold in your neighborhood to see how yours compares with the ones that buyers have chosen. Number 5, if possible, use a CRS certified realtor in your marketplace. For other details, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 221-2883 or 551-0225.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well,
Trying to find a needle in a haystack? Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com. This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Welcome back. Okay, we have a couple options here, and I want you to think about it while we talk about Pest Pro Services. But our two options, one has to do with something found in our national parks.
Okay.
According to a new federal study.
Lots of dead bodies?
No, but it could cause dead bodies.
Okay.
And another has to do with a theoretical approach that could allow messages to be sent into the past using principles from quantum mechanics.
Wow.
Interesting.
So we can, flip a coin here in a second. But first, let's tell folks about Pest Pro Services.
Yes. One of my favorite people in the business is Ashley. You know that.
Oh, absolutely.
She really helped me get started in my real estate business, saved my butt more than one time.
That's great.
And right now, I don't know if people have noticed, but with all the rain and stuff, guess what's looking for dry land? That'll be ants, that'll be cockroaches, silverfish, and even some of the
scorpions.
Yes, scorps, dude, the scorps.
The scorps?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the scorps. I've even taken one, broke the pincher off, took it down the lake and give it to the fish. They ate it and spit it out.
Really?
So that told me, don't mess with the scorps.
Those are nasty things.
Yes.
Folks, if you're freaked out by scorpions or you're just looking for a great local pest control company that knows what they're doing, and when you get that relationship going, you're going to be like, I should get them to come do mosquito protection for me.
Right.
I should get them to come on out and do my termite service as well. And, say like squirrel or bird or something gets up in your crawl space.
Up in there.
They can help you with that with their wildlife control service as well, the Pest Pro Services. So if you want to learn more, you can always go to ppsriverregion.com or just search Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces or call them direct at 265-9990. That's 265-9990. And be sure to tell them that Joey, Eddie, and Troy, those fellas on the radio, sent you. When you want to know, call a pro. That's Pest Pro Services. So which do we want? Something that was found in national parks or the time-traveling messaging thing based on quantum principles?
I want to go with national parks because I think it's bodies.
Because you think it's bodies.
Dude, they find all kinds of bodies in national park. And think about it. If you really wanted to get rid of somebody, take them hiking, don't bring them back.
You've heard of the 411 phenomenon, right?
There you go.
The missing people in parks. And it's usually geolocated along fault lines of magnetism and stuff. I don't know.
Or like you go skiing, too.
That can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could be like in Puget Sound where they find all the feet inside shoes that flow up in there. That's a weird
I've heard
one,
about
man.
that, yeah.
That's weird.
Or you better trust whoever you go elk hunting with.
That's for sure.
You better go wherever you go hunting, and for whatever you go hunting, you better trust
that's
me.
probably a good point, too.
So like camping with some people.
Nah, you don't need that vest.
Yeah, bro, go on out there and see if we got it.
What are you, some kind of namby-pamby? I don't want to wear orange. Well, the deer's going to see us.
Who's the old dude joining us? Dick Cheney. Oh, good.
Yeah,
That's right.
Let's go quail hunting. No, a new federal study has found a rare but dangerous brain-eating amoeba.
Oh, crap. I've been hearing about these.
Yeah, in warm recreational waters at several western national park sites, including Lake Mead, Yellowstone, and Grand Teton.
Grand Tetons National Park.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Man.
Researchers detected Naegleria.
Naegleria.
Oh, Latin studies are coming in handy. Naegleria fowleri, a microscopic amoeba. Yeah, Naegleria fowleri.
Okay.
It's an amoeba that causes a typically fatal brain infection in water samples collected from thermally influenced recreation sites across the West, such as hot springs.
Okay.
Yeah, I've always heard that's a lovely thing, like a hot spring.
No,
is.
it's not. It smells like a fart.
Yeah, it is.
We went to
like sulfur.
What's it called? Thermopolis, I believe, in Wyoming or somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You smelled that place a half hour before you got there and a half hour after you left.
No,
now, the springs were great, but it just smelled like you were sitting in somebody's egg fart bath.
Ew.
Kid, like a very little kid was farting in the hot tub.
Yep.
No,
At first, it was funny because I was young, but even for me, I was like, all right, this is old.
But maybe you have a problem with flatulence, and like that's the place to go because you normally run your
nobody
normal
would
hot
notice
tub
the difference.
right?
Totally, I guess.
It's a terrible thought to have. I'm sorry
No,
for
but you
vocalizing
probably just
it.
help some people out.
That's what I aim to do with our audience. Help them out.
One time when we rented an Airbnb, there was a little room downstairs. This was up in Banner Elk, and it was a kids' room, and it smelled like farts in there. Like they must have just been sitting there playing Hot Wheels and Lincoln Logs, just farting all over the place. It was like embedded in the walls. It was disgusting. It was like dirty little kids.
Now, what kind of rating did you leave them? Did you leave them a good rating? Even
No,
though
it was a great place. It was up on top of Banner Elk. Banner Elk. It was beautiful. Man.
I can't believe y'all. This memory y'all just jarred loose.
Yeah.
It wasn't me, but I watched.
I'm just going to sit over here and watch it. I look like a plant.
Not pervy at all.
It was at my buddy John's house, and there's another guy I won't name, and he's like, he was trying to see if he could set his farts on fire.
Oh, yeah.
How'd that work out for him?
And he did.
It does, yeah.
It was quite effective.
Gardens, we learned that very early on in life.
No, but it was like, I was amazed I could see it.
Yeah, blue flame, baby.
I was like, yeah, blue flame,
man.
It's like, oh my goodness. Gracious.
When you find you a chick that can do that, put a ring on her, Joey.
No.
That's a great idea.
No, I'm starting to realize, like, I'm doomed, given this job, having any wholesome, wonderful woman in my life.
That's not true.
Like, I'm doomed.
We're trying.
I'm trying to go to the church and meet somebody, who's devout and faithful, and it's like, no, listen to him noon to 3.
He's like, you're a sinner. You sinner.
No, you're not even a sinner. You're just gross. How long did y'all talk about farting?
Those little kids,
it happens. I love that, though. Like, all these prim and proper people are devout. It's like you don't have any bodily functions at your house. Come on.
Have you heard the Adam Sandler, the farting hypnotist?
Yes, I have heard that.
When he's like, Kevin Nealon plays him, and he's like, and he goes, sir, and he goes, that was you.
That was you.
He goes,
that was you.
We can deal with this in another
Kevin
session.
Nealon.
He said, he's
was
trying
you.
to quit smoking. It's great.
So, anyway, back to the brain-eating amoeba. The organism is commonly called the brain-eating amoeba because it can cause an infection known as primary amoebic
meningitis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds serious.
Or short PAM. It can cause
PAM.
It can cause PAM. It's primary amoebic meningitis or PAM.
PAM.
Infection occurs when contaminated water enters through the nose. Usually while swimming, diving, or participating in water sports.
That's why back in the 70s, you used to wear those little nose plug things.
Right.
I always
In
thought they
warm,
were
fresh
ugly,
water.
but they had a purpose, apparently.
Infections are extremely rare, but the disease has a fatality rate of 98%.
Yeah, dude, there ain't no stopping that,
Bad
man.
news. You're going to die.
It's like going to the beach. You have a cut on you, that kind of thing, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, how'd he die? Pam.
Pam. OD'd on it.
Bad, angry girlfriend? No, different kind of Pam.
No, it's the meningitis.
That's the meningitis type,
brand.
man. Not Indian spinning cobra, crazy woman.
Okay, if I ever get that, Just know that 5 days is going to be
There was one
party for 3.5 good
Chattahoochee
days.
River. There was a problem with that. Some people died in
a couple times.
Chattahoochee.
Yeah.
And when you start bleeding from the eyes, we know that
The party's over.
Party's over. Yeah.
It's like Ebola.
Party's over.
So the CDC wrote that the U.S. saw 167 reported cases of PAM between 1962 and 2024. Just 4 people survived the 167
I can't believe
cases.
anybody survived it.
The findings are likely to draw particular attention to Lake Mead, where a child died in 2022 after being exposed to the amoeba at the reservoir near Vegas.
You know why? There's so many bodies in there, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. They found how many when the water just went down 30 feet. They found tons
Vegas
of
is
bodies.
that's where they dropped
In
the
the
trash.
barrels.
Dude.
In the barrels.
One dude was in
barrels.
parachute pants. Yeah, like, it was like from the 80s.
He just left the concert to the bottom of Lake Mead.
In the barrel.
Yeah, in barrels, man.
In barrels, yeah.
Oh,
so people were walking out and exploring. They found
that a
about
burn
his
barrel?
body hanging out.
No,
It
that's
was
a body
great.
barrel.
God.
Yep.
That's
Truly
messed
weird.
up.
Truly weird.
But many of the sites tested were remote geothermal areas or low-use thermal waters rather than heavily trafficked swimming beaches or major recreation hubs. So you
Probably
know.
didn't have a lot of movement.
So anyway,
in the
thank
water.
you, San Francisco Gate, for useless information.
No, man, you got to worry about that. Even here on the rivers and lakes we have here, there's I think they're called River Keepers organization that once a week they put out reports of any kind of funny stuff going on, and there's always something in the Alabama River.
That's why I usually just
be honest.
Stay home. So, do you want to go to the Whitewater Park?
I'm down.
Like this weekend?
Yes.
Wait, isn't it shut down?
Yeah,
No
it is.
way.
It's
Or at
shut
least the
down.
water operations are shut
Yeah,
down.
they're still shut down till the end of the month, I think.
Oh, is it dry? We could take our skateboards.
I guess I'm never going to go then.
No, we can take our skateboards right now. It's like a cool skateboard park.
No, I don't know if it's like dry, like half pipe, and talk about breaking an ankle. You can't even do the crip walk.
Yeah, you're really going to be
without
screwed up.
hurting yourself.
I feel like I can still ride a skateboard.
We're gonna do our classic Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
We'll play some Offspring for you while you're doing it.
I hate we can't do that.
The
man.
kids aren't all right, Troy.
Well, the Who said they were.
But if they open up in a month, Joey, you think a month from now you'd be available to go?
I don't know. I think it was only this was the window for me
Ah.
to go do water stuff.
Yeah.
Like in July, I
But it gets
tend
too
to-
hot.
Yeah. it
What's
does.
the over-
and look at how pale I am. Like,
Yeah, you
I
don't need to
mean,
be
do I
getting out
look
in
like
July.
I'm on the right side of history?
No, you look like you need
What's
some
the
pep
over-under?
talk.
No, I
that it
look like
doesn't
a
reopen?
Slavic.
Yeah,
Like
you look
losers.
Slavic, yeah. But no, that you're Polish. Don't
That's
don't
right,
insult
you're Polish,
yourself
Joe.
like
It's
that.
fine.
They're Untermenschen. What's the over-under that it doesn't reopen?
Oh, I think it's going to reopen.
Oh,
but I
okay.
think this is where the
Okay.
problems really start.
right.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
But the restaurant's still open and the walking trail.
Edie's?
Yeah.
Or is it Eddie's?
I think it's Edie's.
It's
well,
pretty-
yeah,
it's pretty good.
because that's not how you would spell Eddie. I mean,
You don't spell Eddie with a Y?
no, not from around here. You don't.
By the way, I'm hoping the people listening just go to Spite Us because we're being jerks right now.
Well,
go
I
ahead.
hate that it's down for the people who enjoy it, but both of them will find something else to do.
Right. And they say they have a rope course, and I don't even know what that means.
It's like a zip line, I think.
A zip line.
Yeah. That's
Got a
what I
weight limit?
heard. That's what I heard.
We should get Meemaw to go down the zip line with us.
Oh, I've been wanting that for years.
That would be fun.
Oh, sugar, yeah, come.
That would be so
Smell,
much fun.
and when you get there, she smells like sweat,
Oh.
baby powder,
And jam.
sweaty boobies, and jam.
Old gin.
And jam.
Anyway, moving on to another great scientific breakthrough. Researchers have proposed a theoretical approach that could allow messages to be sent into the past using principles from quantum mechanics.
I like this.
Indeed, it could be happening right now already. Really? The concept does not enable physical travel through time, but focuses on information transfer through particular causal loops in the quantum scale.
Ooh, okay.
The work, accepted for publication in Physical Review Letters, builds on ideas from general relativity and quantum entanglement.
Okay, that's
It draws a parallel to the causal loop depicted in Christopher Nolan's film Interstellar, where a message is sent in the past via a watch. Yeah, you know how he's constantly messing with the watch? Yeah, at the end.
Okay, if this were
Interesting.
really the case, somebody would have sent some
Murph!
lotto numbers by now.
Murph!
Lotto
it's
numbers.
like astral projection.
What do you think somebody maybe has?
There's
No,
th-
think maybe the winner, like they have.
No, the winners are always illegal or 90 years old because everybody knows the deal. They're gonna
Maybe
be able to get the money
they've
back.
got a relative looking out for them.
No.
Yeah, they have a concerned group of family members
Yeah.
that look after their estate.
Exactly what they
Don't
got.
worry, Grandma, we'll take care of it.
Take care of you.
Dr. Kai-Yuan G.
Oh, he sounds very believable.
A researcher at Cornell University.
Wow. I'll take anybody. Cornell.
Told New Scientist, the father remembers how the daughter decodes his future message so he can instruct himself on what is the best way to encode the message.
Okay. Did I tell you I learned Tai Chi on the 7th plane of the interstellar plane when I used astral projection with a friend?
Professor
There were
Seth,
mushrooms involved.
Had to be.
y'all are acting like this is on the same level as Mel's Hole, and I don't appreciate it. This is from Cornell. This is from
Mel's Hole.
This is a reputable institution.
They'll take anybody now.
Professor Seth Lloyd of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
Okay,
You ever heard of
listen.
MIT?
I have.
How do you like them apples? Described an earlier related experiment from 2010. It was the equivalent of sending a photon a few nanoseconds backwards in time and having it try to kill its former self.
Wow.
That's trippy. Lloyd noted the practical challenges. Nobody's built an actual physical closed time-like curve, and there are reasons to think it's very hard to make one, but all channels are noisy.
Okay, that's as dumb as when I was a kid, thought elevators could become time machines.
You thought elevators become time
Heck yeah,
machines as
because
a
you
child?
close the door.
Yeah.
Boom, you're on a whole other floor. How do I know I'm not in a whole other century?
Isn't it just Doctor
You
Who?
don't.
Or is
Pretty
that
much.
a, like
Well, I think
a
he got
That was a
from
telephone
me,
booth.
Yeah.
British telephone
Same
booth.
idea.
Yeah, same idea.
Yeah.
What did you try to get lost in Narnia through your wardrobe?
No, nothing like that. I just
He
thought
didn't
this
get
would be a
lost,
good
he found
principle.
it.
It's a damn Willy
Yeah,
Wonka
he
thing.
could be tempted with Turkish delight, though.
Easily.
Easily.
Just
No, I
like
was
in
very
the
young man,
with the
very
Oopalets, he
impressive.
could be, with the candy. And
I was very easily impressed when I lived in Turkey.
candy
so
is
yeah.
his downfall. I'm sure at his age when he was young.
No doubt.
I'll take it. Okay.
But the paper explains how prior knowledge of how a message was decoded could improve encoding in the future. The father who is in the future may retrieve his memory of past events he has witnessed, even including the daughter's decoding of the message which he is about to send. It would thus not be surprising that he will consult his memory of the daughter's decoding when encoding his message so as to maximize the efficiency of the communication. And this seems to be like trying to understand the mystery of the Holy Trinity.
It's pretty serious.
And in fact, I got to give credit, Glenn Beck was covering this, and he took it to a place of like, perhaps without using quantum principles and stuff, what this paper suggesting, perhaps this is actually how God operates in time.
Yeah.
So when you do have that pull to go a certain way, or you do hear a certain thing, it's like, or the moments where you like feel like you need to call that relative you hadn't talked to years and was like the perfect time to call them up. Stuff like that does happen.
Oh, 1,000%.
And so perhaps there is, this is suggesting maybe it's people in the future, but I would suggest in our time, Chronos, what is it? God's time's Kairos.
Right.
Like there are God angels able to operate outside of time,
Absolutely.
and influence as well as fallen angels as well.
There's 9 orders. We know that they can do many things.
And to see science starting to butt up against this, and again, as far as my knowledge goes, like I'm a moron, but on this stuff especially. But my basic understanding is our theory of the very big, general relativity, and our theory of the very small, like getting down into quantum mechanics, they don't reconcile with one another.
They don't.
Right.
And so that leaves this huge gap.
Yeah.
And like in a deep, profound mystery that of how things actually operate in our physical world.
Agreed.
And so to think, because a lot of people are very confident in the science that you can all be reduced down to stuff and material. You're like, are you so sure of that? Because we seem to have this big gap, this big breach right here at the very bottom of existence itself that we have no way of yet understanding.
And that's the thing, I think, is our comprehension doesn't necessarily it's like the black swan theory, just because you didn't see it doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Right.
So I'm one of those that as we find more, there's a lot more we don't know. It's what we don't know. And that's really the thing.
But this concept relies on closed time-like curves, CTCs, paths allowed by general relativity where something could theoretically return to its own past. On a macroscopic scale, creating such curves would require immense energy. But quantum systems may permit analogous effects through entanglement. Quantum entanglement links particles so that the state of one instantly influences the other regardless of distance. The research explores whether this is spooky action at a distance, as Einstein called it, could be interpreted as information moving backwards in time. While the proposal remains theoretical, it highlights that nothing in current physics strictly forbids certain forms of time communication at the quantum scale. Future experiments could help clarify how information behaves in such systems and potentially improve real-world technologies.
Nerds.
Yeah, man.
Send me some lotto tickets. I'll believe you.
It's pretty cool stuff, though.
Yeah, if it works. If not.
Well, if it works, yeah. But they've been fiddling around for a while.
If you could
though.
go back in time, what would you do?
Hmm.
What wouldn't you do? You could do anything.
I mean, do you do the, like, don't say go kill Hitler or something?
No, I'm talking about, If you could choose your location and the place and the person, what would you do?
I don't know off the top of my head. You could also do the personal route. Like, could you send back your own just consciousness as you exist today to your, like, 5-year-old self?
Wow.
And would you do that?
Would you?
That's interesting. Yeah.
I mean, it might end up being hell. Careful what you wish for.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, maybe not 5-year-old self, but definitely 10, 12-year-old self.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd give you a leg up, all right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just
Absolutely.
heads up that, hey, enjoy the good old days, buddy. Don't get better than this.
So before or after they drop?
After.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Good times before.
Yeah.
Didn't care about much before.
Yeah, and the personal route, that would always be interesting. Like, actually go back in time. I mean, there's always the silly thing, like, go give one side of a battle, like, the latest machine gun.
Sure.
And, like, a whole stock of
Hey,
them.
you guys think it deep. I'd like to go hang out with my dad when he was in high school.
That's
and
good.
Not him know me. I just
Okay.
watch him from afar.
Maybe you'll
kinda
get that
to know him.
opportunity. Maybe you'll be kind of like an angel.
Have you ever seen the digital combat videos where it's a program, you can put like 1,000 Roman centurions versus
versus a guerrilla.
Like an infantry platoon.
Yeah.
That one had like 50,000 Spartans versus 2 million babies. And the
saw that
babies
one.
were called, and they were like, yeah, and they were trying.
I saw that. I'm like, what am I watching?
Wasn't that strange?
Yeah,
Wasn't
that is very strange.
But I'm just saying.
I think we
you
should
could
do
go back in
Joey
time and do it.
and 7 8-year-olds.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't
think
want to beat
you'd
up
win.
little kids, man.
I think you had no choice.
You're just going to put me in it.
Yeah.
Now, let's get back to Poignant Eddie answer.
Yeah.
That was a really good one, actually.
I would love to have known my mother, my mom, my dad back in high school.
Yeah.
And I always just wonder, you think they're cool now. I just always wondered, well, a nerd. Probably was a nerd, but that's all right.
No, I would have loved to have seen what my mother was like as a younger woman. I mean, she had me at, 22, so she was pretty young when she had me. But, like, it would be interesting to see her at, like, high school. And my dad and her both went to JD when it was called JD.
Yep.
Yeah.
And kind of didn't know each other, though my dad knew her as the cute girl with the orange Carmen Ghia.
She had orange Carmen Ghia.
With no air conditioning.
Right.
That's okay.
Yeah. But it's a German car.
It's a convertible,
right. It's a German car. But yeah, like, and then they met at Auburn.
That's cool.
That'd be cool. I'd love to be. I mean, it's a poignant moment, but fly on the wall when your mom and dad met, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to be in both their heads, what they're both thinking.
Mm-hmm. Well, and what would be cool about that is you would see the friends probably around them that you met later on.
Like Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Well, in a sense, but I'm sure I'd see some of the habits that I have that I wonder where I got them from.
Although Back to the Future is just perverse. Like, oh, Doc, she tried to sleep with me.
Yeah, when I was always a big fan of that until that scene in the movie. I went, suddenly I don't want to go back to the future.
I think that Eddie would go back and say, uninvent homework. Or something like that.
I just didn't do it. Homework didn't bother me.
I just didn't do it.
You turned out fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
I had a few struggles along the way, but that's how I learned. That's how some people learn.
Yeah.
You're right.
Now, if you could be cryogenically frozen and then, like Austin Powers reanimated through a warm liquid goo phase.
Yes.
Or like Han Solo.
Yeah, or like Han Solo. And, like, could wake up centuries from now. Now, you'd lose all your connections, all the personal stuff.
Yeah.
But
You'd probably be a stranger in a strange land.
You would be. It would be strange.
Man out of time.
Encino Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That would be strange.
Yeah, time travel stuff is.
I wonder if it'd be enjoyable though, or would it be truly miserable? You just show
It
up.
depends on your current life.
But who's going to know you? You just show up, boom, in a neighborhood.
Well, there's a whole talk about. You want to hear some nerd out stuff?
Yeah, nerd out.
But this shows also how sad Japan is because
yeah,
we always want to visit
talk
Japan.
I know, but it's just so
And I know
very
that this
lonely.
guy, he likes anime too.
Yeah.
But like, there's a whole genre of anime. I think it's called isekai. That is like they usually begin, it's like normal slice of life, guys working an office job, whatever. All of a sudden, some dude with a knife runs at this girl, and he stands in front and he gets stabbed, and he's bleeding out on the pavement. And then he, like, comes to, and he's, like, a different being in a different, like, fantasy world, and he has magical powers. And it's usually, like, most of the themes of those are, like, power up, power up, power up, power up.
Yeah.
Right. Some are, like, harem, like, I get all the ladies. It's these crazy fantasy, like... And you're like, what is going on in Japan that this is such a popular genre?
Oh, they do sell used underwear and vending machines, so.
Yeah, everything in vending machines. In fact, I saw a video the other day. I think they were in Japan where they
love it.
Went to a certain area in the park, and it was like a kiosk, and it had all the little scan things on there. They scanned them some lunch, a drone delivered it to that building, and it dropped down to them.
Yep.
Yeah, Japan needs a little more Jesus, I have to say.
They do.
Though I did see it was a Japanese artist had done sort of that old school samurai style of St. Michael kicking Satan out of heaven.
That's cool.
And
That'd be pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That is
It's like that's cool to see a different cultures
Yeah.
take on the same story and tradition. Very, very cool. Anyway, we gotta hit a break.
All right, let's break, bro.
We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Trust is the number one reason why a patient chooses a healthcare provider. Adams Drugs has been your trusted healthcare provider since 1962 and has been voted the number one pharmacy in the River region for many years. We strive each and every day to provide you the level of healthcare you have come to expect from Adams Drugs. The employees at Adams Drugs take pride in developing relationships with their patients, from making sure your prescriptions are filled correctly to getting to know you and your family's needs and following up on any questions you may have. Adams Drugs employees deliver top-notch service. We ask you to visit us at any of our locations in Montgomery, Prattville, Wetumpka, Millbrook, and Pine Level Marbury and give us a chance to earn your business. You can find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Don't miss the River Region Healthy Living Expo happening Thursday, May 14th from 10 to 2 at the shops at East Chase. From senior health to total wellness, it's all here and admission is free. Learn more in the Check It Out section at WAKA.com.
This is your roving reporter, and today I'm talking with a political activist.
That's right, man.
And could you please explain to us your red cap with the letters MMRGA?
Yeah, man, this is my MARGA hat.
MARGA?
Yeah, man, that stands for Make My Retirement Great Again.
I see.
And to do that, what you need to do is call David Ernest,
the asset preservationist.
That's right, man. You can call David at 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-SAFE.
And I understand that's a toll-free number.
Yeah, man. Get David Ernest on the case, and your retirement will be great again.
And you make these hats?
I do. Here's a whole pile left from the last administration.
And they say CPWABD.
Yeah, man. Corn Pop was a bad dude.
And as you said, there's a whole pile here.
Well, there wasn't much demand.
I can dig it.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. If you have evening plans tonight, I think we're fine. We're dry and mostly cloudy. The overnight low temperature will drop to about 58, and the risk of showers and thunderstorms will become likely starting in the overnight hours late tonight and part of the day on Saturday. Saturday's high up to about 77. Then a lot of dry hours before another surge of showers and thunderstorms becoming likely on Mother's Day Sunday with a high temperature up to about 81. I think Monday and Tuesday look spectacular with plenty of sun. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Looking for a solid job with a company that values hard work? Pest Pro Services is hiring pest control technicians right here in the River Region. They're looking for someone who's reliable, punctual, customer-friendly, and takes pride in doing the job right. Pest control or sales experience is a plus, but not required. You must be insurable and able to pass a background and drug test. Pest Pro Services handles the problem so their customers don't have to, and you can be a part of that. Please do not call. Apply by visiting your website at ppsriverregion.com or email your resume to team@pps psriverregion.com.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Live, local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Ray Bowles from Bradville Carpet. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
Hey, we got to wish somebody a special happy birthday today.
Okay.
Jane Clark. Mama.
Perfect.
Cool.
It is her birthday today. She is 80 years old today.
Awesome.
Happy birthday, Jane.
Yeah.
I love that woman.
Happy birthday, Jane. You know, we were talking to Dad, because he's 83 a minute ago, about how great he looks, and it gives me hope for the future that I might look this good when I'm 83.
Yeah.
And Terry's like, well, you shouldn't talk about his age. And I'm like, well, we're counting by the days at this point. Every day you're thankful.
Yeah, amen, brother. Amen.
You know that it's great that you're in good health, and Jane's in good health, and she looks great, and she's going to absolutely shoot me on Sunday church service.
I meant to wish her a happy birthday. I wasn't going to put out the 8-0.
Yeah, I texted her and let her know I was talking about it on the radio, and I'm waiting on a text back, but she hasn't seen her phone yet. This is going to be great when she figures out what I did. So we're going to let's do this. Let's have the Jane's birthday sale today and tomorrow. If you come in and you mention Jane had a birthday, we'll give you a free upgrade on your pad. How about that?
There you go.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, folks, get in touch with them. 285-8117, still that number?
It is. So call us today. We'll come out and give you that free measurement. And mention Jane today or tomorrow and get a free pad upgrade.
Well, and by the way, Ray, if you keep doing stuff like this, you ain't going to live to 80.
Who wants to live to 80?
Yeah, and
I'm ready to get to heaven.
And it won't be natural causes. You're going to, especially some woman's going to be like, I'm finally done with this Ray Bowles guy.
Yeah, that's
Ray
it.
Bowles.
That's it. But I have to tell you, every time I see Jane, I have to go give her a big hug.
That's nice.
At church Sunday. This time I'm just going to wave at her.
Yeah, keep her at a distance.
From a distance.
That's right.
Well, happy birthday, Jane.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jane.
Happy birthday, Jane. Y'all have a great day.
You
Appreciate
too, Ray.
it.
See you, man.
Bye.
So we learned anything today? Crazy down at Goat Hill.
Happy birthday, Jane Clark.
Yeah, that's what we just said.
That's what I got today.
I'm just celebrating the fact that the VA is going to start authorizing psychotic drug use, and that means I'm legal now.
All right.
Actually, I did see an article. I didn't get to read it, but there is a doctor's list in Alabama now.
Right now, there's I think MDMA, which is ecstasy, which is really good. And then mushrooms, which is good too. Right? Yeah. LSD. I don't see how you could use LSD much as a treatment thing. I think it might make you really kind of crazy.
No, I'll talk to you off air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever known anybody who had a real bad trip?
Yep. You know what we did?
That's
Gave him
what I'm
2 Valium, dropped him off with a friend, kept on going.
That's what I'm saying.
You ever hear what happened to him?
Yeah, he was fine.
He was?
Yeah.
Sure it wasn't some like deep-seated trauma?
No, he's just having a bad trip.
He just spoke backwards for the rest of his life.
He was having a bad trip, so we took him to a friend of ours, gave him 2 Valium, and the rest of us went on our trip.
That's the problem with acid. It affects everybody differently.
Yeah, but he was fine.
Sort of like microdot, if you've ever done that, which is synthetic mescaline. It'll really, you better get right with God before you take one of those, because you ain't going to find your wallet ever.
He's checking
That's
his back pocket.
That's what a friend said.
Well, you still a back pocket guy?
Yeah.
Really?
I can't.
Isn't that good messing with your hip?
It does, and I don't have it on me.
Especially at your age.
It's a big old George Costanza wallet. I mean,
Goodness gracious. Are you 80?
Right. It's awful.
He's probably got pictures in there. He's got pictures of
Hannah, work on this guy.
It's awful.
That's terrible.
But I always got a card ready.
There you go, man.
Yeah, that's true. Does your wife give you a hard time about it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because she's the one I go,
give
hey,
him a hard time
Susanna,
about
will you rub my back right here? Because you got that big old wallet. It's my sciatica. She's like,
sitting
no,
all
it's your
cattywampus all day wondering why his back hurt.
That's why.
What'd you learn today?
But actually, for all the joking that we can do. Eddie had a pretty awesome, pointed answer about wanting to go visit his father.
Yeah,
and actually, that would be the best use of technology like
Sure
that.
would be.
Cool.
And perhaps you know what that's already happening. It's called angels and saints in heaven, and with our
100%.
heavenly family awaiting us.
100%.
Anyway, I learned that.
Don't need a time machine.
And I learned that you have like tempered, like calmed down your tongue. There was only one AKV today. And that was really just to like get the point across.
Some people are happy about it. Not everybody is.
A lot of
Troy.
people in the live
Not
chat were
everyone
like,
is.
say it again, say it again.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you. Can I have another?
I'm all right.
I guess
I'm
Robin's
trying
a
to be
good
cool.
influence.
Robin, listen, without Jesus first, and without her, I would be in a bad way, I think.
Know that feeling very well.
Amen. Yeah. Well, and one thing I learned last night at hanging out with some fellas is like, hey, if you're a man and you're having trouble with the women in your life, including wife, all this stuff, like, have you submitted yourself to Christ? Is Christ the head of your life?
That's right. Because
I think that's a pretty good. That's a pretty good thing to teach.
We are
people.
mandated to be the spiritual leader of the family.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Anyway,
good stuff. Hope you get your insurance thing fixed, man.
Yeah, we'll see.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's going to rain again, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
it's fine. I'm at peace with it.
Just didn't know.
Well, after I had that crazy dream, I was like, when I make a contract with the devil to get it done, I'm like, I'm happy for this to like
suddenly
play itself out.
That's how they get you, Joey. That's how they get you.
It's a crazy dream.
You said the pen floated to you.
Yeah, it was a fountain pen dripping with blood. I'm like, what in the world is happening to me in my life?
That's crazy.
Anyway, on that note, happy hour with Greg and Eddie and Terry.
Yeah.
All right.
They're next.
All here.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.